Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
And thank you for tuning in with me to probably one of the last editions on Blog Talk Radio of True Capitalist Radio. That is correct. We're going to get to that in just a moment. All right. This is episode number 560, and of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 560, once again, 560. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please, well, not necessarily spread this link around like wildfire, because I'm not too sure if we're going to be around for too many shows. But at the very minimum, follow me on the last bastion of freedom of speech and social media today. And I'm talking about Gab, folks. And if you don't have a free account on Gab, well, by God, get you one. You can get there by typing in your browser right now, gab.ai, and you can follow me on that social media under the name Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, if you are worried about what the hell's going to happen with the show, or you want to be in close contact with the capitalist army and everybody that's within the True Capitalist Radio Show community, well, then you can go to my Gab right now, Politics Ghost, and hit the subscribe button, baby. Hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do, private message me on Gab with your Discord chat name, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. And I want to say Happy Baller Friday to everybody who's in the True Capitalist Radio chat room right now. Happy Baller Friday! Yours truly, will be live voice chatting in the True Capitalist Radio voice chat room this evening. So if you want to come kick back with us, like I said, come by the Gab Politics Ghost and hit the subscribe button. And once you do, you will get just private message me on Gab, and I will give you an invitation, all right? And not to mention, you'll be supporting the show because, let's just get right into it. What's happening? What's going on, Ghost? Why are you saying this could be the last episode on Blog Talk Radio? Well, folks, unfortunately, all good things come to an end, and Blog Talk Radio recently got acquired by one of its competitors called Spreaker, and as a result, Spreaker doesn't really monetize much. As a matter of fact, I don't think they monetize anything, as a matter of fact. So the deal I obviously had with Blog Talk Radio is no more, and as a result, I'll basically just be broadcasting there, not for free. I'm paying them to broadcast as well, so just want to put that out there. But either way, folks, this is just a transitional period. I am going to do one or the other. I am going to broadcast myself. I will figure out how to, do a broadcast stream that I can host on my own, that I can patch in a conference call type of a situation in which we could still have, call-ins, we could still have interactions, so on and so forth. And if I do that, I will be hosting it on ghost.report. That's right, the blog site, ghost.report is where I'll be hosting it. But then I've got some people in the inner circle saying that, well, Ghost, maybe you should try YouTube. And don't get me wrong, I'm not thinking that I'm going to get monetized on YouTube for downloads or anything to that capacity. But for some reason, YouTube is rather liberal in their live stream approach, so I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do yet. People are talking about doing it on Gab, but Gab is just a tad bit unstable. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, folks. And by the way, I have to get out of this current situation that I'm in. Remember, folks, I had moved to San Antonio, hooked it up in a badass place that was owned by a associate of mine. Well, his daughter is graduating from college here at the end of May, and he's going to give her this house. He's going to give her this house. So with that being said, I'm not necessarily, getting kicked out because, I have to be out by May, but I have found, folks, believe it or not, even though San Antonio is probably one of the worst cities for being a single person, I'm telling you, everybody out here is a fat, disgusting, jelly-ass ham bone. It's a horrible place to socialize. I'm telling you, every goddamn day I open the paper in this joint, somebody's shot, stabbed, bludgeoned at a bar, outside a nightclub. So it's no sense in doing that. But the beautiful part about it is because it's so, non-desirable for hipsters who gentrify everything, it's pretty inexpensive to live lavish out here, okay? It's pretty inexpensive to live lavish. So what I decided, folks, is I came across a piece of property out here, and I don't want to get into too much detail. I fell in love with it. A 5,000 square foot home, baby. I'm not even joking around. I've got acreage on this damn thing. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I got it for a deal. And it belonged to an old couple. I don't want to get into any more than that. It's designed very intricately. It's got one of the most massive fireplaces I've ever seen in my life. It's got, integrated, like, gargoyles in the walls and the molding. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, you're thinking to yourself, 5,000 square foot, you got some acreage of land. Ghost, that's got to cost a pretty coin, right? Well, you know me, folks. I'm always looking for the deal. This is a murder-suicide home, so I got it for a hell of a deal. So, woo! And look, I don't care if somebody killed themselves and killed somebody else in there. I don't give a crap. You think I'm scared of some ghost? All right, you think it's going to get me to move out of this little spooky 5,000 square foot home? No. And let me tell you, I'm going to be there hopefully by next month. I'm serious. I'm thinking about being there, maybe getting in there about the second week of April. And once I'm there, I'm going to be broadcasting there, folks, and I'm going to be broadcasting in the room where supposedly the murder-suicide happened. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be talking about this crap, but I'm just trying to let you know what's going on in my life right now, all right? All right, I just hooked it up with a new damn place out here at San Antonio, dirt cheap. I couldn't help it. Everybody was, oh no, it's murder-suicide home. Are you kidding me? I threw down on that. I'm like, nobody's taking this? Are you kidding? This is beautiful. So anyway, I'm doing that, and then I'm going to try to figure out a solution post-Blog Talk Radio. Now, I want to let everybody know that I am not going to have some humongous hiatus. I know that the right-wing political spectrum of our United States needs my voice and the capitalist army and everybody out here to do whatever we can in hopes of sustaining the continuity of the Make America Great Again policies out here. So with that being said, I just want to let everybody know what's going on with the show, with my life. All right, I'm about to scram out of here. I'm about to blow a bunch of cash on some freaking furniture out here for a 5,000 square foot joint. I couldn't help it, man. I couldn't help it. I might even broadcast outside, man. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, with that being said, please keep up to date with me on Gab. I'm always going to be updating Gab. Once again, bookmark my official website, ghost.report. I will keep everybody updated. I may still do a couple of shows on Blog Talk Radio, folks, just to keep everybody in rhythm. I don't want to, sidetrack anybody. I will be back. We will be doing shows. It will be, you know what will be a little different, though, and I know that's going to piss people off? It's not going to be as lo-fi, Everybody, it's one thing people appreciate about the broadcast is that it's lo-fi. It kind of sounds nostalgic. So with that being said, it may not be lo-fi. It may be, who knows, but I hope that after this era of True Capitalist Radio and Blog Talk Radio, I hope that you guys continue to listen with me, and I hope you guys continue to navigate this place we call life with me, understand what's going on a political, economic, and social front, and that's why I continue to do this broadcast, all right? So with that being said, I still may do a broadcast that's 24K, and the 24K still may sound a little staticky and all that other stuff. So we'll get to it. Don't worry about it. All right, it's a new day in True Capitalist Radio. All right, and what's really important is the information and the knowledge. All right, that's being espoused on this broadcast on a consistent basis. And by God, we have to take this serious. We have to take it serious. Anyway, look, I didn't mean to get so long-winded about that. I just want to let everybody know what I'm doing. Please follow me on Gab. I will let everybody know what's going on. If you want to chat with me at any time, like I said, go to the Gab, hit the subscribe button. All right? And once you subscribe, private message me on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name, and I will give you an invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat. We voice chat in there all the time, do all kinds of stuff. Now, with that being said, let me go through the rundown of today's broadcast. And look, I know that I went off keister on last Wednesday's broadcast. We are not going to have that happen today, all right, first and foremost, because we got a lot of serious things to talk about, okay? First off, we're going to talk a little bit about crypto and stocks in the first hour, which we traditionally do, the economic money hour. In the second hour, we're going to start off with some Donald Trump news. Now, people are already talking garbage about our president because he was forced to sign this omnibus spending bill. Now, what the Congress did was literally throw something that the damn president had to sign. And they purposely put everything but what the president wanted in this humongous spending bill. Now, why did they wait till the last minute? Because they knew if Donald Trump attempted to veto this bill, that he would be vetoing at the very last minute, and we would have another government shutdown. And folks, remember the last government shutdown we had? And I told you that was affecting the markets. And because the government shutdown affect the markets, the bond investors that would traditionally buy our bonds weren't there at the bond auctions. So the Treasury, the U.S. Treasury, had to raise bond yields to attract investors, hence creating the contraction that you saw in the market during the first shutdown. So you combine the fact that first of all, if President Trump vetoed this omnibus bill, he alone would have been, and this would have been all over the media, you know it and I know it, both parties would have been talking all over those medias, blaming Trump for this shutdown. Because everybody in the Congress was all goody two-shoes about this $1.3 trillion garbage. Remember that? McConnell and Schumer were giving each other hand jobs in the Senate, for Christ's sake, over this ridiculous bill. And this is what really pissed me off on Wednesday. It wasn't really the trolls, folks. It was this. I saw this a mile away, man. And you want to know why the Congress thinks that it can get away with this crap? Because it thinks, like it's always thought, that you, the American people, don't give a crap. That they can do all this ridiculous raiding of the American tax system, and you don't care. And you're not going to show up to the voting booth, and you're not going to unelect these people. That's why they're so brazen in Washington, D.C., and that's why I was so pissed off. I mean, we have to have the spirit of 2016 again in the Trump train so that these asshole, criminal, corrupt bastards in Washington, D.C. know that the people are politically aware and we are not going to fall asleep again. But by God, like I said on Wednesday, that kind of optimism is kind of hard to continue when you've got so much opposition against us, folks. It's literally Donald Trump against the world. Donald Trump against both political parties. Donald Trump against the deep state. Donald Trump against this lamestream, mainstream, weaponized propaganda media. Donald Trump against the emerging globalist communism that is infecting the world today. And I'm talking about these institutionalists that are on an international basis, the United Nations, the NATO, the European Union, the now emerging African Union. And that's why, folks, it's Trump against the world, and we as the people that supported this man cannot fall asleep, and we've got to continue to support, goddammit. Because if we fall asleep again, by God, if we fall asleep again, there's no turning back. The Constitution will be in the halls of antiquity if none of us do anything. Do you understand me? So once again, I'm going to get into this in more depth in the second hour because I want to talk extensively about this omnibus bill, but our president was forced to do this because the institution backed him up into a corner. And listen, you take a look at any of the lamestream media talking heads out here, they're bashing Trump on a consistent basis from everything to Russia to stupid porn stars that this idiot banged, for Christ's sake. And the reason I say that is because, look, you're a billionaire. You can act like an idiot, okay? What good is it being a billionaire if you can't hire prostitutes or can't hire goddamn adult film stars which are paid to have their bodies used as a sexual playground? Every guy's an idiot now, I guess. Every freaking guy's an idiot. And look, I'm sorry, there may be some ladies out there that are like, Ghost, I mean, that's just horribly sexist. Look, ladies, all right, look, you could take your sexist and shove it right up your fat Haagen-Dazs by the gallon, whole pie with one fork eating ass. All right? Let me tell you something. You women, I hate to go off on a tirade, but I've got to, for Christ's sake. You women have gotten everything. You're not just equal. You are now a protected gender. Every time there's a divorce, you get the alimony, you get the children, you get half of whatever the man brings in. And what I don't understand is that's not enough for you. That's not enough. I'm just asking. You know, I hear all this garbage about how women aren't being paid as much as men. Hey, women, have you ever heard of a thing called math? Have you ever heard of the fact that you women are the majority of the workforce right now, you stupid, dumb skankosauruses? You are the majority of the workforce, so by the aggregate number, of course you may have a lower, based on the number of women that are working in aggregate, a lower number on the median end of the wage scale than the average man out here because there's less men working. God. Look, I'm just pissed off that my president has to worry about a goddamn few bimbos that he used as an ejaculation mechanism. Because listen, man, why are we caring about Stormy Daniels and who's this other skankosaurus? Karen McDougal. Why are we caring about what these women have to say? These women, that's what they're for. They were supposed to be slut whores. Stormy Daniels is a porn star. She got paid maybe, $1,500 to take a couple of damn schlong heads in every orifice of her body, and now all of a sudden she's got pride, she's got integrity? Give me a goddamn break! I'm sick of this crap. Let's just call it how it is, for Christ's sake, man. Whores can't even be whores anymore. I mean, that should tell you something in this goddamn ridiculous Western civilization that we're living in. Look, I don't mean to go off keister. We're going to talk about that in the second hour. All right, we're also going to talk a little bit about how people are all uppity, once again, if it isn't the omnibus bill that our president was forced to sign today, it's the fact that Donald Trump let go of H.R. McMaster, which was his national security advisor, and has substituted him with former ambassador to the United Nations, John Bolton. Now, I know people are going to say right off the bat that John Bolton is some neocon, yada, yada, yada. Listen, John Bolton is an academic bureaucrat, okay? He's an academic bureaucrat that understands foreign policy, that understands the empirical evidence of every country that has to be analyzed. I mean, if you take a look at his commentary prior to him being named the National Security Advisor to Donald Trump's administration, if you heard his analysis on Fox, this guy knows foreign policy. This guy knows international relations. Now, the only reason that he can be construed as a neocon was because, let's be honest, when you're in a bureaucratic system, you have to do what your boss says. You kind of have to go along with whatever your boss believes. You understand? That's the only way you're going to move ahead in the bureaucracy. A good case in point, Justice Roberts. Remember, Justice Roberts was supposed to be some conservative, even though he looks a little fruity from where I'm standing. I always said that. And secondly, I find it ironic that this guy's got a family with adopted children. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying. Then, some years go by, Justice Roberts is the deciding vote on the Supreme Court that legalizes Obamacare. And this is supposed to be a conservative on the bench of the Supreme Court that was nominated and appointed by George Bush Jr. So that's a good case in point in which you have to go along with whatever your boss wants, especially in bureaucracy, so when you attain a certain level of bureaucratic power, you can then assert whatever it is that you truly believe as policy. Okay? And let me tell you, if there's anybody that knows foreign policy, it's John Bolton. And look, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this later, but I personally believe that John Bolton is smart enough to understand that now that he is the National Security Advisor for the Trump administration, he could write a foreign policy that redefines the old vanguard of foreign policy makers. And I'm talking about the Brzezinskis. I'm talking about Henry Kissinger. I'm talking about these people. John Bolton knows that he's in a position to do this, and he's an academic. He understands this. I think he's very aware of this. And that's why I think that John Bolton being put in as National Security Advisor is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, because at the same time, people are afraid of John Bolton. People think John Bolton is a loose cannon, that he just wants to go to war with everybody, which reinforces the madman approach that Donald Trump has put into foreign policy. You see, that's what makes Donald Trump so unconventional when approaching foreign policy and yet yield results. It's based upon the fact that he's unpredictable. He's a madman. So once again, I don't see anything wrong with this. I know you supposed Trump trainers out here that are jumping off. Oh, my God, he's a neocon. Oh, my God, he signed the omnibus bill. What the hell are you doing for the damn movement? What are you doing for the Trump train? Nothing. Nothing. While the leftists are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on every different front. And what are you doing? You're counting the dingleberries in your shit funnel. That's what the hell you're doing. So shut up. Anyway, folks, we're also going to talk a little bit about the Austin bombings. Now, I want to be completely honest with you, folks. The Inner Circle, myself, we've been working 24 hours a day on all these stories here. And our research, well, let's put it this way. I was the one that pretty much researched the Austin bombings because I don't want to get anybody in any trouble here, just in case I'm delving out information that could be potentially, I don't know. It just could be information that's dangerous. Let's put it that way, all right? Well, folks, what I have gathered, this suspect, the 24-year-old Mark Anthony Condon, first of all, I gabbed his real picture from his community college ID from 2012. And, folks, he doesn't look like a full white kid. And I asked this on Gab, and everybody agrees. This kid looks some kind of Middle Eastern, could be a Mexican. I mean, nobody knows. And there's a lot of mystery, once again, behind this bombing situation, just like there's a lot of mystery around the Las Vegas shooting. And remember, I compared the two in the past several shows. That haven't you noticed? Nobody talks about the Las Vegas shooting anymore. And look at what they put out today. They put out supposed BS footage of some idiot walking around, supposedly bringing in luggage, playing video poker. I mean, give me a break. I'm going to tell you why there's a lot of mystery behind. First of all, behind the Las Vegas thing, we've talked about it before. There's no need to reiterate it. If you're interested, go look in the archive. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I believe now that the Austin bombings are a false flag, but they're not a false flag by the deep state. I believe that the Austin bombings is a false flag. Now, I'm not saying that nobody got, unfortunately, nobody got killed. I mean, maybe people did get killed. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I mean, every time we try to research the victims, every time we try to research the suspect, I mean, we're pretty good at finding a lot of dirt on people, and we can't find diddly on these people. Now, what I did find, folks, is that Mark Anthony Condit's parents are, I believe, diamond in the multi-level marketing program Amway. They are diamond Amway distributors. Now, folks, if you take a look at Amway, and if they're a diamond Amway, I mean, they were big time. I mean, that's what they did. Big time Amway distributors. You take a look at who owns Amway. Amway is owned by the DeVos family. Now, we know that Donald Trump nominated Betsy DeVos for the Secretary of Education. She is the daughter of I believe it's the daughter of the patriarch and matriarch that created Amway. And Amway, I mean, those folks that created Amway own a bunch of stuff. They own the Orlando Magic. They own a bunch of stuff. Now, why is this important? So what? There's a link between that. So what? Well, folks, Betsy DeVos' brother is Eric Prince, the guy who created Blackwater Private Security. Now, what I am suggesting, you don't need to believe me. This is just my opinion. I am not trying to say to you what I am suggesting is fact, but if you need to put all the coincidental and observational pieces together, you can pretty much assume that what has happened here in the Austin bombings was a false flag in favor of Trump. Now, why do I say that? Well, because first, prior to these bombings, we had everybody talking about gun control and everybody talking about, we need to outlaw the weapons and we need this and we need that, talking about, and you see, folks, this is what you people need to understand. The way you control a mass of people is by making them all believe or all say the same thing. And that's what this false flag at Stoneman Douglas was all about. That's why you've got these brat kids who, for whatever reason, have been to CNN prior to this shooting and got a whole, bunch of CNN photographs with the anchors and them there at the studio. I don't know what that's about. But now you've got these kids being utilized as poster children, literally, for gun control, and they can't even articulate what the hell they're about. They can't even articulate what they're thinking. I can't believe that the deep state would even use these inarticulate little pipsqueaks in an attempt to try to win the hearts of America. But you see, it works. And you see, what you have to do now to counteract this whole hysteria of Second Amendment, we got to get rid of it, we got to curb it, we got to ban automatic rifles, we got to ban this, we got to do that. You've got to let people know that there are other things that are more dangerous than trying to take away people's guns. And that's what this exercise was. That's what this whole operation of this string of bombings was all about. Okay? And in my personal opinion, I think that the possibility of Blackwater and maybe some other rogue elements of agencies within the internal government helped conspire this particular operation. Because you mean to tell me that some 23, 24-year-old little autistic freak is going to know how to make bombs in a capacity to where not only does he know how to make the bomb, and I've said this time and time again, the first two bombs he hand-delivered himself. So that means that he would have to have made the bomb, which is dangerous within itself, and then he would have to rig the bomb so that once the flap of the box was pulled open, it would burst and kill or maim whatever subject the box was in front of. Now, for you geniuses out there that are claiming that all you got to do is go online and find bomb recipes, you're an idiot, all right? Let me give you an example. There was a guy who was actually the first World Trade Center bomber back in 1993. Yeah, 1993, they tried to bring down the World Trade Center, but they were unsuccessful that time. And how they caught the culprits of that particular bombing was by this. There was a couple of Yehudis in Indonesia trying to build a bomb similar to what this gentleman, what the hell's his name? Not even this kid, I should say, Mark Anthony Condit was making these explosive box delivery type package devices. And there were two Yehudis that were well adjusted. They were trained to know how to construct these bombs. They've been to Afghanistan. They've been to the Yehudi training classes, all this crap. And yet, while they were constructing this bomb in an Indonesian apartment, it blew up in their face. And because it blew up in their face, one of them died instantly, and the other one couldn't just wait there and just wait for help. He had to run and take off. And when the Indonesian authorities went in there, they found all the evidence that pointed to the individual that ran off, which they captured, that this was the culprit behind the 1993 World Trade Center attacks, and his name, folks, was Ramzi Youssef. Ramzi Youssef. Now, you mean to tell me that some battle-hardened, trained Yehudi like Ramzi Youssef, who tried to bring down the World Trade Center back in 1993, who literally got busted because he was trying to make a package bomb in Indonesia that blew up in his and his partner's face, you mean to tell me that this guy messes up? I mean, this is what he's trained to do. He's trained to be a terrorist. And you mean to tell me that this 24-year-old brat, Mark Anthony Condit, is just somehow the equivalent and even better than Ramzi Youssef, some battle-hardened, trained Yehudi? Get the hell out of here, man. All right, that's all I'm saying. You just got to put two and two together, for Christ's sake. Good God. Anyway, we're going to talk about that in the second hour. We're also going to talk about an exclusive here on True Capitalist Radio. Obviously, we're going to have this March for Washington this weekend. That's another reason why I believe Blackwater conducted this operation with the Austin bombings, to take people's heads away from, gun control, the kids, gun control, take away our amendments, take away the Second Amendment, yeah, to, oh my God, I don't want to check my mail. Oh my God, I don't even want to, there's a box in front of my house. I don't even want to check it. I mean, just imagine, folks, in this day and age of Amazon.com delivering everything to your goddamn front doorstep, I mean, what's more scarier? Huh? Getting a goddamn box which you think is your goddamn sexual toys that you bought from sextoys.com, huh? And you open it up and you're blown to bits, for Christ's sake, you're maimed with a goddamn freaking bomb that's attached to the goddamn box. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why the whole gun control nonsense is kind of weathered down at this point, folks. And thank God for that, man. And that's why I always told you, didn't I always say, folks, throughout the years, that if anything ever happened to me, that I wouldn't call the cops. You know who I'd call? I'd call Blackwater. Didn't y'all? I used to say that back in 2009, 2010. I'd call Blackwater, boy. But anyway, on that note, once again, the March on Washington is happening this weekend. We're going to have all these kids, right, that are sponsored by all these adult leftist organizations. They're going to bust in these kids, and they're going to be like, oh, please take away our Second Amendment. Please rip away our Constitution. Please, yay! And at the same time, folks, have you heard about this national walkout? They've already had a national walkout here recently. Was it March 23rd? Well, they're going to have another one. The website nationalwalkout.us is calling for a walkout on 420. Now, once again, the Inner Circle and myself, we're out there, we're doing our thing, and we have found out who the person is that registered. nationalschoolwalkout.us. And we have found out that the person who has registered it is none other than a proprietor of a website that used to be around, I believe, from 98 to 2013. So this is definitely an old dork. We found that he had an email address, and this is the person that this is registered. It's registered to Christopher Jensen, okay? Now, the reason we were concerned, because once we looked up Mr. Jensen, we found out that he was connected to a website called Portal of Evil. Now, the portalofevil.com website is no longer up, but we were able to find a web archive of the Portal of Evil, and as a result, we found out that this Jensen, Christopher Jensen, was a proprietor of, I'm kid you not, a tentacle rape porn vampire cartoon website. I'm not joking, okay? This is a guy who's got a goddamn nationalwalkout.us registered in his name. This guy is trying to organize children to walk out. Why? Why is this sick bastard trying to organize people to walk out? I'm not joking, folks, and I'm going to get into the depths of who this man is. Later in the broadcast, I'm going to release his Twitter, and I would like everybody that's listening to my broadcast, ask him, what kind of a sick fruit are you? You're the register for the nationalwalkout.us website, and you're out here proud proprietor of a sick tentacle rape vampire cartoon porn website. I mean, give me a freaking break. This is what's organizing your children, man. This is what's organizing your children. Good God. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that. In the third hour, folks, I'm going to talk about, what did I tell you about this Russian dossier for the past couple of shows? God damn it! What have I told you about the Russian dossier? I said that the UK is complicit with the FBI and the Department of Justice of the United States in compiling this Russian dossier, and that's why those two Russian spies that were residing in the UK miraculously got killed or incapacitated with nerve agents. And as I alluded to on the last broadcast, in such a police state that the UK is, it is such a police state, how in the hell, first of all, were they able to get assassins in who would pull off such a sophisticated assassination? And secondly, how were they able to smuggle in a nerve agent to that capacity without this grandiose police state getting some kind of whiff of it? No pun intended. Remember, the UK is the same country that is under 24-hour camera surveillance on every damn street corner that you can imagine. And moreover, these guys that were ex-Russian spies living in the UK, if the Russians did it, how in the hell did they know where they lived? These were supposed to be ex-Russian spies that are living in the UK because they turned against Russia. So how the hell would Russia know where they were at? And how would they smuggle in that nerve agent? It doesn't make sense. And I was saying that the UK is a culprit. The MI6, look who comprised the dossier. Christopher Steele, MI6. What was his specialty? Russia. Well, guess who came out today and reaffirmed what I had said, folks? Y'all remember our good old buddy, Julian Assange? That's right, Julian Assange, WikiLeaks. He came out today and reiterated what I've been saying for the past several shows. The UK is complicit with the DOJ and the FBI in this grand conspiracy of the Russian dossier. Wake up! Open your eyes, for Christ's sake, man! Put down the video game! Turn off the goddamn cartoon, you man-child! This is serious business! And as I stated, the first Russian spy that was hit with that nerve agent was directly connected with the Russian dossier. And that's what I'm telling you, folks. It's 2016 all over again. Julian Assange, once again, reaffirming what I've been saying. It's 2016 all over again. 2016, come on, we need you. We got to conjure up the meme wars, a full-fledged digital war against that criminal organization that we call Washington, D.C. And that goes for the rest of you chaps in the international community. You got to start rising up against your corrupt governments as well. Because if you do nothing, you are nothing. If you do nothing, you are nothing. I mean, God damn it, man. God damn it. Anyway, we have any freaking time in the third hour. We're going to talk about what we were going to talk about on Wednesday with the African Union now emerging as a reality. We're going to talk about how Germans, these goddamn German Euro-cuck bastards, they're going to sell chemical weapons technology to Iran, huh? Oh, that's great. What a freaking Euro-cuck bastards, man. And while that's happening, the United States has just thrown some sanctions on some supposed cyber terrorists out of Iran. So a lot of interesting things going on. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about some cryptocurrency. I know everybody out there is wondering what's going on in the crypto markets. Well, folks, we've suffered once again a major contraction last week, and it has kind of leveled off at this point. We're starting to see the market capitalization, as I was saying the last show, level out at about $340 to $350 billion. If you take a look at the current market capitalization of the entire crypto market, it's $341 billion. So, you've got some people that are just kind of staying and hold, buying and hold, you know what I'm saying? And I think at this point, long-term investment reigns supreme, folks. Long-term investment reigns supreme. And to be honest, we need a shakeout of the shit coins. Excuse my French, but there are way too many shit coins that don't need to be in existence whatsoever. Whatsoever. And this is the grand shakeout that we need. I thought that the last contraction was going to do it, but it obviously is not. Now, even though we had a lot of bad news that caused the contraction last week, I've got a lot of good news for cryptocurrency, folks. Taiwan is opening up its economy to cryptocurrency. That's right, Taiwan, baby. Taiwan. And I think that's also to undercut the regulation that China's putting, so they're going through their own trade war, but that's beneficial. The more and more countries that accept cryptocurrency as a means of exchange of goods and services, I mean, that's good for every crypto investor out there. Every good crypto investor out there. I also read today, folks, that I can't believe this. Most students on financial aid are putting a certain amount of, or using their certain amount of their financial aid to buy crypto. I'm not joking. Students are utilizing parts of their financial aid to buy crypto, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I remember when these kids were, using their financial aid and their college debt to put grills on their mouths and chains on their necks and that sort of thing. So, I mean, hey, man, if you're investing in crypto and you're buying and holding, you're investing in your future. I mean, especially if you're under the age of like 21 and you're investing in crypto right now, I mean, man, you're already worth something. You already have net worth. You're way ahead of the game. So congratulations to you once again. But there is bad news. There is bad news also, folks. Since we were just talking about how much of a police state the UK is, guess what they're creating, folks? Britain is going to create a cryptocurrency task force. A cryptocurrency task force. So, folks, I'm telling you, Britannia is going full all-out Big Brother. I mean, they've already got their people under 24-hour surveillance on a camera of every goddamn street corner in their country. They're going to create some kind of an internet ID that is going to be required for you to get on any kind of internet connection within the UK. They can already kind of look through all internet traffic at will to see if there's anything, quote, suspicious. I mean, I could go on and on about the UK. How much more cuck can the UK get? Can somebody explain that to me? How much more cuck can the UK get? Create a cryptocurrency task force, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, if you're a capitalist out there in Britannia, get out. Try to escape. All right, try to go somewhere else, man. You are in a dead end in Britannia. I mean, just think about this just for a second, folks, my fellow Britannians. You have Yehudis that have more of an authority over you than you do, and your lineage probably goes back in that country centuries. And Yehudis that come in, you've got to stop. You've got to oblige their kebab shops. You got to oblige their little hijabs, their turbans, and them, sitting down and praying 5 times a day and all this crap. Bull crap! You come to our country, and that's why we elected Donald Trump. You come to our country, you oblige our way of life. You understand that? You oblige our American way of life. You speak English! English is the language of business, you ignorant pricks. If you come to America, you speak English. I hate hearing people that, if you know more than one language, it shows intelligence. Yeah, you know what? Most of the Eurocucks in Europe know 3 or 4 languages. And look at where they're at, huh? They're getting their goddamn women gangbanged by a bunch of Yehudis while they're just sitting there waxing their carrot. Give me a break. Anyway, look, I don't mean to get off keister, but, UK, Britannia, to create a cryptocurrency task force. But all is not failed, folks. Time Magazine, aside from them putting up those stupid Stoneman Douglas gun control anti-Second Amendment brats as their cover, there was a story in this month's issue that states cryptocurrency to replace national currencies by the year 2030. And, folks, it literally says the reason why cryptocurrencies are valuable and why cryptocurrencies are going to overtake regular fiat currency, literally what I say on this broadcast all the time. Technology and those that integrate the currency component of their blockchain technology into another blockchain technology. It's all about tech, baby. You understand? And whoever the hell wrote that article in Time Magazine, like I said, the article is titled Cryptocurrency to Replace National Currencies by 2030. I mean, they must be a listener to the broadcast, man, and they are exactly right. So that's why I'm telling everybody, buy and hold. Even if you don't understand how to swing and pattern trade or whatever, just buy and hold, baby. Buy and hold. It's as simple as that. I mean, these people that had Bitcoin when it was up to $20,000 and that held it since back in 2011, that's a long time. They had to wait from 2011 to 2017 for Bitcoin to reach all-time highs. Why? Because long-term investment reigns supreme. I've got some people in the inner circle who, had 20 or 30 Bitcoin and sold off at like 9,000, 10,000, and were literally kicking themselves in the head when it went up as high as 20 grand. Long-term investment reigns supreme. Now, to be honest with you, I would have sold off as it got close to 20 grand as it is. Or I would have, when it got close to 20 grand, I would have been out of there. As a matter of fact, I was out of there, to be honest with you. I just didn't own a tremendous amount of Bitcoins, per se. So anyway, with that being said, folks, that's why I keep telling you, this is the future. Cryptocurrency is the future, and every one of you that are participating in it now are innovators. Y'all are pioneers. Y'all are the beginners. Y'all are going to create this new market, this new business component, this new financial instrument. You just got to recognize it, be aware of it, and roll with it, baby. You understand that? Roll with it. Anyway, let's get to some Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices here. Bitcoin, BTC, current market cap is $151 billion market cap. The current circulating supply is 16.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up 2.89%. Still not above $9 grand, the folks. Bitcoin, current price, $8,967.60 per Bitcoin. Ethereum, ETH, all right, current market capitalization is $53 billion market cap. The current circulating supply for Ethereum is 98 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone up 0.98%. Current price for Ethereum, symbol ETH, $544.15 per Ethereum. Let's get to Bitcoin Cash, folks, symbol BCH. Current market capitalization is $17 billion market cap. The current circulating supply is 17 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash has gone up 1.40%. Current price for Bitcoin Cash, symbol BCH, $1,026.84 per Bitcoin Cash. Let's get to Litecoin, folks. Once again, could this be the alternative to fiat? Who knows? Just as long as Charlie Lee shuts his stupid freaking hole. Litecoin, LTC, current market cap, $9.3 billion market cap. The current circulating supply, 55 million in circulation for Litecoin. In the past 24 hours, Litecoin has gone up 3.19%. Current price for Litecoin, $168.47 per Litecoin. Let's get to Dash, folks, DASH. What did I tell you about Dash, folks? All right, what did I tell you? You got to get it while it's low, while it's low, while it's low. DASH is the symbol. Current market cap is $3.4 billion market cap. The current circulating supply is 7.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone up 5.35%. Current price for Dash, $433.04 per Dash. Let's get to Monero. What do I tell you about Monero? Pattern and swing trading play. This likes to run. Monero XMR, current market capitalization is $3.4 billion market cap. The current circulating supply is 15.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone up 1.89%. Current price for Monero, $214.99 per Monero. Let's go ahead and get to Quantum, folks. All right, we're seeing a little bit of a bounce on Quantum because there's been more added to the circulation. Let's go ahead and get to it. QTUM is the symbol. Market capitalization for QTUM is $1.6 billion in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for quantum is 88 million. 88 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has slipped a little bit, 4.37% in the negative. Current price for quantum, symbol QTUM, $18.46 per quantum. I'm telling you, folks, keep your eye on this damn thing. By this Christmas, just watch and see what the price is on this son of a bitch. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's get to Icon, which is what I've been talking about here recently. It's been going up as of late. It continues to go up. That's why we're covering it. Icon, symbol ICX. Current market capitalization is $1.5 billion market cap. The current circulating supply for Icon is 387 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Icon has continued to go up. It is up 15.21% on the day. Current price for Icon, symbol ICX, $4.10 per Icon. Let's get to Zcash, shall we, folks? Zcash, symbol ZEC. I like Zcash, folks. You all know the reasons why. Current market cap is $918 million market cap. The current circulating supply for Zcash is 3.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone up 4.37% increase. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, $259.08 per Zcash. And that's a great, great-looking price for Zcash, if I don't say so myself. Let's go ahead and go to Cash, or Cash. I don't know, how do you say that? Cash. Cash. QASH. QASH is the symbol. We've been talking about this for the past several shows. Current market cap for Cash is $259 million in circulation. 259 million in market cap, The total circulation for Cash is 350 million. 350 million in circulation in the past 24 hours. Cash has gone up 10.15% increase. Current price for Cash, 74 cents per Cash. All right. And let's continue going with 42 coin, folks. You ain't going to see 42 coin at these cheap prices again, all right? Now, I can't say what I usually would say now that the markets are becoming regulated, but I can assure you this, there's some things coming for 42 coin that are going to make this son of a bitch jump hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's why we're accumulating as much as we can in the inner circle, especially at these prices. I mean, we want to own the whole goddamn coin. And I'm not joking. Anyway, let's get to 42 coin, symbol 42. Current market cap is 1.1 million in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for 42 coin is 42 coins. In the past 24 hours, 42 coin has gone down 7.19%. Current price for 42 coin, symbol 42, current price, $28,387 even per 42 coin. And that concludes our cryptocurrency coverage of the financial hour. So let's just go ahead and get right into stocks. Now, I know everybody's wondering what in the blue hell is happening. Well, first of all, yesterday we saw a drop in the Dow Jones Industrial, 700 points, okay? And the reason everybody is all scared and people are selling off is because of the tariffs. I mean, the globalist is showing in Wall Street, the tariffs. They're scared about the tariffs. And what I don't understand is this, okay? Okay, so we may be in a little bit of a trade war with China. So what? So what? Let's say China says they don't want to do business with us anymore. You know what that means? The $600 billion that would have traditionally went to China on an annual basis stays here in America. What's wrong with the money staying here in America? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And not to mention, folks, did you see the reply today by the Chinese in response to Trump's tariff on steel and aluminum. Literally, the tariff comes down to cans.wave. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? But seriously, folks, did you hear the response by China? They are going to tariff 128 commodities and goods of America, most of which are agriculture. So these dumb communists think that they're going to punish us by not buying food for their own goddamn over billion population. I mean, you see how stupid these Chinese are? Good God! You're going to deprive your own people of food to prove a point? That's dialectic materialism, remember? Dialectic materialism! Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio Show, and I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, go ahead and spread this link around like wildfire. Let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live right now. And we're going to continue to be live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are just going to, unfortunately, leave the Blog Talk Radio Network because, well, I mean, come on, man. I can't keep doing it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to say goodbye. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and look for another solution. And, to know what and when solution or what I'm going to be broadcasting from or where I'm going to be broadcasting from, go ahead and follow me on Gab, the last bastion of freedom of speech on the internet today. If you don't have yourself a Gab account, well, then you're doing yourself an injustice. All you've got to do is follow me on Gab right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And by the way, I want to say what's going on in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Happy Polar Friday! That's right, folks. If you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room, I'm always in there. I'm always voice chatting. We're always doing some kind of tomfoolery. And look, we do have serious people who talk about politics and economics. We got some smart people in here. Don't let what these morons say during the voice chat session, don't let that scare you, all right? Come on, come and chat with us. I'm going to be there live tonight right after the broadcast. So all you got to do is go to my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost, and hit the subscribe button for premium content. Hit the subscribe button, and once you do, give me a private message on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name so I can give you an exclusive invite to the True Capitalist Radio chat room, baby. We have a ball in here, baby. It's a blast. It's awesome. Much props to the True Capitalist Radio chat room, and long live the inner circle. Yes. Yes. Anyway, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let me get back to what I was discussing. I was talking a little bit about stocks. Once again, the Chinese think that they, have one over on us because they're responding to Donald Trump's tariff on steel and aluminum. They are now putting tariffs on 128 U.S. American goods and commodities, most of which, as I stated previous, are agriculture. So they're going to deprive their own people, which could use all the food they could get. Believe me, there's over 1 billion people in China. They're going to deprive their people of food to prove a point economically. And what economic point are they going to prove? I'll tell you. They know that if we, the United States, take off too much of that $600 billion that we send them on an annual basis, that their little house of cards, their little communist house of cards is going to come crumbling down. They know it, I know it, and anyone who knows economic knows it. That's why Xi Jinping is trying to consolidate power and has made himself powerful as Mao Zedong was during his tenure in China. So with that being said, folks, I am not afraid of a tariff war. I am not afraid of a trade war, okay? The Chinese need us more than we need them. What the hell do they manufacture for us besides a bunch of dumbass electronic garbage that usually breaks down within 6 months anyway? It's crap. It's garbage. And we don't need them. There are so many other markets that are available that wouldn't cost us the amount of freight it costs us to take it from China to the United States. I mean, there are so many other ways, and let me tell you, Trump is going to find them, and he's going to make the deals. We don't need China. I cannot believe that aside from Wall Street reacting in this capacity, the people that are against the tariffs, I mean, what are you, against American jobs? Are you against American productivity? Are you against American production? I mean, folks, all we've been since Bill Clinton's second term has been nothing more than a place for every other country to sell their crap. We have literally funded the modernity of all civilizations partaking in production. And that includes China and South Korea and Mexico and Canada and the EU and everybody who produces products. We buy it, we purchase it, and we produce nothing. The United States has been producing nothing for the past 20 years. We produce nothing but cheeseburgers and entertainment, and thank God we have a capitalist like Donald Trump in the presidency who understands this. But as you can see, folks, the Wall Street globalists, who are pretty much behind most of the money in the Wall Street anyway, you know, the big hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers, the retirement fund managers, these are the people that are mostly in the stock market anyway. Obama outregulated the average independent investor, for Christ's sake, with the PDT rule. So that's who's in control of this market. So when you see a decrease in this capacity, it's mostly the Wall Street bankers trying to smack Trump in an attempt to try to make him be a good little president. And that's why, and I'm going to talk about this later, he could not veto the omnibus bill. Remember what happened the last government shutdown, folks. We're still feeling the repercussions of that last shutdown. We had to raise bond yields so that investors in the international community will purchase our bond. You understand? We have to have people purchasing those bonds, because if they purchase those bonds, that's what continues our government and its functions. They're buying our debt. And because we had a government shutdown, there wasn't that many investors awaiting to purchase United States debt, considering that you've got a dysfunctional, incompetent Washington, D.C. that's willing to shut down the government for illegal immigrants. But anyway, I digress here. Let's just go ahead and cover the stock market. This is why you're seeing a contraction out here. Not to mention, the Facebook Cambridge Analytica situation didn't help the market at all either. I mean, I think that Facebook lost, I don't know how many tens of billions in net worth because of this ridiculous scandal that I hope not only takes down Facebook, but that ridiculous, immature, inarticulate, wide-pupiled asshole Mark Zuckerberg. Piece of crap. That should be the end of Zuckerberg. Huh? So much for Mark Zuckerberg 2020. Anyway, let's get to the Dow Jones Industrial. All right, it is down. It was down yesterday, 700 points. It is down today, 424.69 points, a percentage decrease of 1.77%, closing out the Dow at 23,533.20 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Let's get to the S&P 500. It was down also 55.43 points, a percentage decrease of 2.10%, closing out the S&P at 2,588.26 points for the S&P 500. Let me go ahead and get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down today, folks, 174.01 points. A percentage decrease of 2.43%. Closing out the NASDAQ, it is under 7,000 thanks to Mark Zuckerberg. Closing out the NASDAQ at 6,992.67 points for the NASDAQ composite. Let's go ahead and get to some commodities, folks. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Now, what have I been telling you about oil, boy? What have I been telling you? I said that the gas prices are going to go all the way up. I told you. Let's go ahead and take a look at energy today, folks. Crude, WTI sweet crude is up $1.58, a percentage increase of 2.46% on the day. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $65.88 per WTI sweet crude. I'm telling you, you better start filling her up at the gas tank and topping her off every time before you go home. I'm telling you this right now. Let's get to Brent crude. It is also up $1.54, a percentage increase of 2.23%, closing out Brent crude at $70.45 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline is up, folks, 1.19%. Natural gas is down 0.99%. And heating oil, all these damn nor'easters, what do I tell you? The heating oil is up 1.31% increase on the day for heating oil. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, let me explain. Metals right now are looking very attractive because when you have a lot of uncertainty like you're seeing out here with the trade tariffs and you're seeing out here with the renegotiation of the trade deals and the globalist Wall Streeters don't know what the hell to do, they're always going to go back to metals. Always remember that. So it's a good time to start getting jewelry. It's a good time. As a matter of fact, I encourage everybody to entertain getting into the coin industry. I'm telling you, the people who are in the coin collection industry, the coin collection community, these guys are not afraid to throw out tens of thousands of dollars for a coin if you happen to have it. I mean, I'm not kidding around. And the beautiful part about coins, not only do they rise with the value of the metal itself, whether it's gold or silver, but they also rise with the nuances of the market. Some people may become obsessed with a certain year or a certain striking or a certain error or something to that capacity. So I strongly advise people, all right, to try to entertain the coin market, if you will. And remember, if you have a coin that's graded, that's where the money's at. All right, PCGS is one of the great coin graders out there. There's another one out there, but PCGS is one I usually buy all the time. So once again, not only are coins good for the price of metal going up or down, but the coin itself, all right? And by the way, whenever you go into a coin convention, I'm telling you, these old men, these guys are not afraid to throw thousands of dollars down on a coin. It's very easy to liquidate. That's all I'm saying, all right? Hey, I'm just planting seeds. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to help people be capitalists. Let's get to gold, folks. Gold is up today, $22.50, a percentage increase of 1.69%, closing out gold at $1,355.70 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver also up today, folks, 20 cents, a percentage increase of 1.19%, closing out silver at $16.58 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper down today, folks. 0.89% decrease. Platinum is up 0.02%. Let's get to agriculture now. We should see some major decreases in agriculture in some of these agriculture prices because once again, we heard today that China is going to tariff 128 goods and commodities from the United States. Many of them are going to be agriculture. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on over here. Grains, corn is up today, 0.33%. Wheat is up today, 0.99%. Oats is down 1.09%. Rough rice is up 0.28%. Soybean, what did I tell you about that soybean? When it comes to China, I told you they're gonna cut soybean first and foremost. Soybean is down 0.15%. 1.15%. Percent. What the hell am I talking about? Percent. We've got soybean oil down 1.44%. We've got canola up 0.29%. Let's get to the soft, shall we? folks, have you seen cocoa, for heaven's sake? The base for chocolate, it is up 3.16%. Good God! I mean, I don't buy or eat chocolate. I hate chocolate, can't stand chocolate. But have the chocolate prices gone up in conjunction with the damn price of cocoa? I mean, this goddamn price of cocoa has gone through the roof. Anyway, let's get to coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. I just don't want to talk until I have my coffee.
Shut up and deal with it, you little freak. Coffee is down today, folks, 1.51%. Sugar is down 1.57%. Orange juice is down 0.55%. Cotton is down 0.39%. Lumber is up 0.58%. Rubber is up 0.06%. And ethanol is down 2.07%. Let's get to livestock, shall we? We got live cattle down today, 2.03%. And you know what? Keep going down. Keep going down, baby. I'm loving these cheap beef prices, baby. I'm getting prime. I'm getting Angus. I'm getting porterhouse. I'm getting it all. I'm getting it all, and I'm loving the prices. Cattle feeder is also down today, 0.88%. And lean hog, before we get to lean hog, I'd like to remind everybody, whenever you see these fat jelly-ass Snorlax bastards rolling around in their hover-rounds in a grocery store, in a supermarket, or in a shopping mall, whenever they back up and you hear them going, doot, 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 you don't have to confront them. You don't got to tell them anything to their face. All you've got to do is pass by these sons of bitches and say, That's as simple as that. They'll get the point. They'll get the point and get their fat asses off that hover round and start walking. It's the only exercise you need, you fat piece of crap. Stop eating. Put the freaking fork down, you fat jelly-ass tubber-lard bastards. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, folks, what's lean hog? Lean hog is down 1.76% decrease on the day. And that, my friends, is the market for your ass, all right? Jesus Christ. I hope everybody out there is having a good Baller Friday. And you know something? I know I should not be drinking. I know, I got ulcers and... But you know what? What else are we working for, right? What else are we working for instead of celebrating the weekend, of having some brews with some loved ones, with having some goddamn whiskey, some scotch, some beer, and if you don't like drinking alcohol, well, whatever your vice is, partake in it on a Baller Friday, because that's what us capitalists do. We celebrate on a Baller Friday and look back upon this past week's wages, labor, work, everything that encapsulated us capitalizing for the week. And we bask in our success. That's what us capitalists do. We bask in our success. So with that being said, I don't know. I should possibly wait and drink till after the broadcast, because I tend to drink, and then you idiots start pissing me off. But you know what? Let me just calm my ass down. Let me put myself in a mental state where you asshole trolls will not break me. You will not get to me, all right? And that's all there is to it. So let me go ahead. It's Baller Friday. Let's go ahead and get some more beer. Freaking cans, for Christ's sake. Come on, into your freaking cans. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We may have to be selling these cans or something so we can continue to pay the engineer out here. I'm not going to be able to afford to pay engineer to Blog Talk Radio. They're not monetizing anybody anymore, man. We may have to let you go, engineer. I'm sorry, engineer. I'm sorry. This is one of those. It's just one of those things, engineer, man. I mean, they don't want to pay anymore. They don't want to pay for True Capitalist Radio. They don't want to pay for anything. And for you folks that don't know, this may be one of the last episodes of True Capitalist Radio on Blog Talk Radio. We are going to look for another venue to broadcast this broadcast. We are going to continue the show. But by God, the engineer, man, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what we're going to do with you, man. It's okay. Calm down, engineer. I've got enough cake to, keep you working for the last several shows out here. But, I mean, this is what BTR did, man. This is what Blog Talk Radio did. And, look, it's not Blog Talk Radio. I don't know if y'all have heard of this Spreaker. I've never heard of this. Spreaker, they took over and bought Blog Talk Radio, and that's why we're just kind of in this whole new hoopla of these people not wanting to pay anybody diddly. From what I understand, nobody on Spreaker gets paid over there anyway, so that's pretty much how they're going to do it. And if that's the case, well, come on, man. I'm not going to sit over here and just broadcast on here and pay them to broadcast. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. What am I, stupid or something? Come on, man. And you know what's sad about it is when you go to Google right now and type in Blog Talk Radio, the first choice that comes up is Blog Talk Radio Ghost. No respect. No freaking respect, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, if you want to keep in contact with yours truly and want to know where I'm going to do, all right, where I'm going to be broadcasting, all you've got to do is follow me on Gab, folks, the last bastion of freedom of speech on the internet. All right, you can follow me on there, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. And also, folks, bookmark and add to your favorites my website, which I may be broadcasting from. I may host the damn thing myself, may do the whole damn thing myself. So type in your browser right now, ghost.report. That's it. Type in your browser, ghost.report, push enter, and that's the website. And if we're going to be doing any live broadcasts, we're still going to be doing them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m., and we're going to be doing it from there. And I'll host it, all right? I'll host this son of a bitch. If I'm going to be doing this for free or for fun, then I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. You're not going to silence the capitalist army. You're not going to silence True Capitalist Radio, bro. You understand me? You're not going to silence True Capitalist Radio. Anyway, with that being said, I hate to even go to this part of the broadcast, but let's go ahead and get to some goddamn chat room shout-outs. And before we get to chat room shout-outs, folks, I'd like to go ahead and give an opportunity for the True Capitalist Radio chat room to get on voice chat to say whatever it is that they want to say. And I assure you folks, whatever is said on this damn thing, this room is not filled with a bunch of tards. I know people call this the tard chat. It's not the tard chat. We've got some people in here that know a thing or two about a thing or two. I'm serious. We talk a lot about politics, economics in here, all right? Everybody who's in here appreciates being in here, right? They enjoy it. It's entertainment. It's entertainment even outside the show. Entertainment even outside the show. So if you want to be in here with us, once again, go to my goddamn Gab account, Politics Ghost, and hit subscribe, baby. All right. Jesus Christ. I'm screaming so hard, my throat's scratchy. And it's not the butter. Shut up in the chat room. It's not the butter. I'm just pissed. I'm just effing pissed that I've got to go through this after all these years. 10 years on Blog Talk Radio. 10 years. 10 goddamn years! Let me get a goddamn drink of my beer here. Anyway, let's see what they got to say in the True Capitalist Radio voice chat. And I can assure you folks, this is not filled with a bunch of tards, okay? I'm telling you, all right? Go ahead and throw them on, engineer.
Hey, Ghost. Hey, Ghost, how you doing?
Look, I can assure you they're not a bunch of tards in there, right? I mean, just go to Politics Ghost on Gab and subscribe. I can assure you, all right? You'll like it, all right? You'll like it, all right? You'll like it. Anyway, with that being said, do we have any chat room shout-outs to be had, engineer? All right, well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some chat room shout-outs before we get to the Gab shout-outs right now. Oh, yeah, 10 years of autism. Yeah, shove it up your ass, all right? 20 shots at the darkness in the Sacramento. Oh, man, no. No, don't go there, man. 560 episodes, 0 talent. You son of a... I knew you idiots were going to go there, man. I knew it. I freaking knew it, man. God. Look, man, this could be my very last show on Blog Talk Radio. I could use a little bit of respect. I'm the damn talent. Everybody out there knows it, for Christ's sake, man. Except for Blog Talk Radio. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ. Who else we got? We got BN King. We got Cash Money. Again, spell that word backwards, whatever the hell that means. Alamo Akbar. Shut up about the Texas martyrs, all right? Alamo didn't matter, you son of a bitch. God damn it. You assholes talk a lot of garbage over the internet, man. I'm telling you, come down to Texas, talk that crap, you get your ass beaten to dog meat, you piece of crap. I'm telling you. Do it and see what happens. Jesus. We got Andrew, we got Arbiter, we got Aurora Borealis, we got Austin Bomber got swatted. What the hell is he? Shut up. BJ's for LBJ. Good God, no. Black Star Try, BRT, well, you mean the BTR well went dry? Is that what you meant to say, you stupid jerk-off dick? BTR killed the TCR host. Oh, yeah, that's great. BTR losing the talent. Thanks, Ghost. Hey, look, hey, I'm telling you, but they just got bought out. I don't blame the original people from BTR. They treated me very well. It's what happens. It's business. It's all it is, all right? Bullish on Kiash. Bullish on Kiash. We got Habel the Rock Johnson. Cheers to 560 Radio Moscow. Shut up, you stupid idiot. Ice Niffarts. Ice Niff... Oh, son of a... I tell you, man, not even on my potential last show, not even on a Baller Friday. Come on, man. This could be my final show on Blog Talk Radio, man. And this is what you want to leave for posterity? Come on! Come on! Come on! Get in the mic! Come on, man! Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here, for heaven's sake? We got Day of the Pillow. Oh, shut up, you stupid moron. You ain't going to do jack. You ain't going to do nothing. We got Distilling Straya, you cunt. We've got Everyone Disagree with a... commie? I don't understand what the hell that means. Everything's fine, go back to sleep. Shut up! Shut up! Fish is not a spook. You're a damn freaking spook, boy. We got Fisty McAss Rape, and we've got Fisty McAss Plug. Jesus Christ. Goliad first, Ghost next. Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron. We got the Herb Master in the house, Ice Cap in the place, KFC manager. Liberalism is destroying the youth. Yeah, no kidding. MAGA thrown under the omnibus? No, he didn't! No, he didn't! Shut up! Stop lying! Stop goddamn lying! Stop lying about President Trump! Stop lying! He was forced! He was forced to sign it, you ungrateful, uneducated pricks! He was forced to sign the omnibus bill. Give me the goddamn... He was forced, you piece of garbage. He was forced. We got Metaform. We've got Migraine Knee is a train knee. I don't understand what the hell that means. We got Mike Rochburns. We got Mile High in the house. We've got Nay Gertrude is on the hood. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? We got Portal of Evil. Look, don't even start with that Portal of Evil sick crap, all right? Don't even go there. Queefy Kumquats. What the hell are you idiots talking about, man? Soggy Taters, Special Agent Shekels, Stagio, Steven Crowder. That isn't the real Steven Crowder. Get that asshole out of here. We got Tesla Cyberheart. We've got Texas today, Tejas tomorrow. You son of a bitch! Shut up! Don't go there! Don't! Texas today, Tejas tomorrow. Shut up your ass! This is Texas, boy. This is Texas, and it'll always be Texas. It'll always be Texas, boy. You son of a bitch. Give me the mic. The goddamn mic, man. The Jew got Jewed by BTR. The Jew got you. Shut up! Shut up, you sack of crap! You're pissing me off on a Baller Friday! Shut up! Damn it! God damn it, you're pissing me off on a goddamn Baller Friday, man! And you know, you assholes have no consideration. Not one goddamn consideration that this could be my last show on Blog Talk Radio. This could be my last show on Blog Talk Radio, you dicks. And you don't care. You don't care. Give me the mic. Nobody cares. Good God. Who the hell do we got Spectre in the house. We're going on to Spectre. How you doing, man? Why is the FBI here? What the hell? The FBI better not be in here. Is that you, James Comey? You unemployed, live book-selling son of a bitch? All right, look. Sacramento phone bills are to die for? Oh, my God. That's it. Oh, my God. No. Oh, my God. You know what? That's it, man. That's it. Put this goddamn son of a bitch in chat room martial law. Say it. Throw him in chat room martial law, man. Throw him in chat room martial law. Oh, God. Oh, God. Give me the mic. For you folks that are unaware, there was an innocent black man who was shot at Sacramento by the Sacramento Police Department while he was talking on a cell phone in his backyard. And these macabre assholes are making a big freaking joke about it. That was a tragedy. You macabre bastards. That was horrible. Oh, my God. Give me my freaking beer after this macabre crap. I can't believe I'm even affiliated with this macabre horse crap. All right. I guess we better get to the goddamn Gab shout-outs at this point in time, right, huh? That's right. And for all you folks that want a Gab shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is go to my account right now, my Gab account, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and like the post that states, it's Bowler Friday! True Capitalist Radio is now live. Listen in. I want you to like the post that states, it's Baller Friday. True Capitalist Radio is now live. Listen in. If you like that particular post on my Gab, I will give you a Gab shout-out live right here on the broadcast right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we have any Gab shout-outs to be had? All right, well, without any further ado, let's take some Gab shout-outs right now. Who do we got here? We got Remington in the house. Little Zan. Get that stupid, dopey little brat out of here, Little Zan. What else do we have here? We got Skyline Office in Scoldering, Austin, Texas. Shut up, you stupid moron. We got AB in the house. BTR killed the Hambone star. Shut up. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back. I'll make my own goddamn broadcast. God damn it. You made me drop my microphone too, you stupid. Damn it. I don't even know if this goddamn thing's still on. I don't even know if this goddamn thing's still on. Am I still on the air? These scumbags on the internet made me drop my microphone. Am I on the goddamn air? Give me the mic. Am I on the air, for Christ's sake? Here, hey. Testes, 1, 2. Testes, 1, 2. 3. Hello, can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me on the broadcast. Good, all right. Y'all made me drop my freaking mic, you moron. Who else do we have here? Ghost is an SJW. Yeah, shut up, you moron. I'm a capitalist, boy. Can't hear me now in Sacramento? Look, stop! Stop with the macabre crap! Jesus Christ. 2 years since Alex Jones blew a fart? You fucking... You ungrateful! Look at this, 10 years! 10 years and this is what I got! 10 years and this is the kind of respect I get! 10 years of broadcasting! Oh! Jesus Christ, man. Oh! Look, man, I'm not going to let you idiots get to me. I'm not going to let you morons break me. I'm not going to do it. Give me the mic. All right, man. I'm only going to take a couple more of these goddamn Gab shout-outs because I know what you idiots are trying to do. You're trying to ruin my Baller Friday, and I really don't appreciate it one bit, all right? I don't appreciate it one goddamn bit. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right goddamn now. Sacramento backyard shenanigans? Why are you all doing this, man? Why are you all being so sick and macabre, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, God, Jesus Christ! This is horrible! This is horrible! Ghost Tonka toys fit lady boys? Shove it up your... Jesus Christ with these stupid sick names, man! Jesus Christ with these sick-ass names, man! Sick-ass freaking Baller Friday, man. It's when sick-ass twisted Baller goddamn Friday. Give me the mic! Jesus Christ, man. Look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these. I can see where you idiots are going. You think this is a big freaking joke, and it's not. All right, who else do we have here? We got Blackjack in the house. We've got Sam Houston, a national trader. You son of a bitch. Come down here to Texas and say that. Come down to Texas and say that. What is this? Alcohol killed the radio star. All right, you know what? That's it, man. You all can go shove your goddamn Gab shout-outs. You can shove your chat room shout-outs. You can shove all your shout-outs up your goddamn freaking clogged-up poopers, man. You can shove it all your goddamn poopers, man. I'm done, man. I'm done with the shout-out bit, man. Get the mic. God damn it, I'm done with the shout-out. I'll tell you, every time I do that goddamn segment, it makes me want to end the broadcast. I'm telling you, you people piss me off. So I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to let you idiots get to me today, all right? It's a Baller Friday. It could be my last show on Blog Talk Radio. And you assholes don't even give a crap. I mean, it's the end of the show as we know it. It's the end of the show as we know it. Look, let's talk a little bit about Donald Trump, all right? I mean, you know, I got to get to some crap. I've got freaking production notes that I hand write myself. And we got to get to a broadcast, all right? That's why people listen to the broadcast. They listen to the straight political dope. We're going to get to it right now. Let's talk about Donald Trump, and let's talk about how he was forced to sign this $1.3 trillion omnibus bill that the Congress forced on him on the last minute. It was a slap in the face to POTUS by the Congress because they put nothing what he asked for in this $1.3 trillion spending bill. They threw in nothing. The president wanted $25 billion for border security. That included the wall. That included extra border agents. That included technology. And he got nothing. The Congress, in this $1.3 trillion omnibus bill, gave the president $1.6 billion. Out of the $25 billion he requested, they gave him $1.6 billion for the wall and for the border. I'm telling you, this was a slap in the face, and that's why I keep calling on each and every one of you that were a part of the Trump train in 2016. It's time to get off the goddamn sidelines and get on the front lines. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? And for you folks that were saying, well, he just caved, Ghost. He just caved. You idiots, you don't understand political science, do you? Political science is your ability to be able to control the perception of the masses. Because reality is perception to people. It's not reality. It's the people's perceptions of reality. And right now, you've got a propaganda wing of a weaponized lamestream media working 24 hours a day to discredit this president in every capacity possible. You've got a deep state trying to do things in a cloak and dagger capacity to undermine and potentially threaten this administration. You've got an international community that's also trying to undermine the president in his economic, foreign policy, etc. It is the president against the world. And right now, folks, because of the tariff situation, which he asserted, which was against many that were advising him on economic policy, he was forced to sign this bill because if he were to veto it, folks, we would have had a government shutdown, and this Congress would not have worked throughout the weekend to culminate some kind of a bill. They would have let the government shut down and have it shut down for as long as possible. And the longer the government was shut down, if you think that these contractions in the stock market, 700 points down yesterday, 400 points down today, 300 points down in the futures for Monday, if you think those contractions are massive, just wait. Just imagine if Trump would have vetoed that bill, we would have seen a 1,000-point dip more. And you see, this is why the Congress forced this bill on Thursday and Friday as opposed to giving it to the president in a timely manner. Everybody was critical of this bill. 2,200 pages, and they gave it to everybody for one day to read. And what do they have in this bill? What did Congress put in this bill? Funding for sanctuary cities, funding for refugees, entitlement systems, a bunch of liberal crap. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you out there, it's time for you to get political. And what we need to get across to Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack out here is that we need to elect people that have nothing to do with the establishment, people that are not career politicians, people that are going to do the representation of the constituency and not their own will. That's the problem with these assholes in Washington. Once these assholes in Washington are elected, they feel that they're accorded to pass whatever law they feel, whatever laws they feel is supposed to be applied. I mean, do you understand that our government is a representative republic, not a democracy? Our forefathers purposely made us a representative republic so that a democracy would never take foot in this country. Because our forefathers knew that if a democracy took forth in this country, 51% of the people could literally enslave 49% of the people. That's why these assholes in Congress are called representatives. They're supposed to be representing the will of the constituency that they represent. And you see, folks, because many of us out here are not politically active, because many of us out here will not hold these politicians' feet to the fire, because most of you idiots think that politics is boring. Oh, it's boring. I'd rather play a video game. I'd rather watch a cartoon. I'd rather do something like that. Yeah. Meanwhile, these assholes in politics are incrementally passing laws to totalitarianly rule your life. They are passing taxes to suck out any goddamn remaining residual income out of your pocket, and you're not doing a goddamn thing about it. And that's why I am calling on each and every one of you. If you're over the age of 18, you can vote. If you're over the age of 18, you can be politically active. So do it. You're politically aware now. So it's time for you to start practicing your political constitutional duty as a person representing yourself in a government made for the people and by the people. But by God, we can't fall asleep at the wheel. Do you understand me? We can't fall asleep at the wheel. We can't fall asleep at the wheel. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you, it's time for you to get politically active, you stupid morons. And if you don't, when these Democrats take over, don't be surprised if we go back to the Obama way of life, when you're going to be crawling to some bureaucrat so you can get your beans and your food card every month. You're crawling to some kind of social service bureaucrat so you can get your rent paid for. Folks, that's not what America was built on. America was not built on giving out handouts. It was built on equally distributing opportunity. Opportunity for those that want it, for those that want to take it. And that's why, by God, I'm going to continue to do this broadcast. And I'm going to tell you right now, if 2018, if the Democrats take over, and I'm talking the establishment Democrats, I'm talking these progressive Democrats, I'm talking these socialists, these blatant communists, if they take control, I will permanently go off the air forever. And the reason I say that, folks, is because what difference does it make at that point? Everything we built in 2016 is for naught. If we can't elect a group of people that are going to oblige President Trump and not be obstructionists just because they don't like the fact that Donald Trump is trying to change the status quo. And what's the status quo in Washington, D.C.? These assholes that are supposed to be representing us allowing everyone who donate to their campaigns to openly raid our tax system. That's what this $1.3 trillion omnibus bill is all about, an open raid on our tax system. And, you know, these politicians, they knew how to put the president in a situation where he was forced to sign this. Even the Secretary of Defense Mattis called up the president when he made the tweet this morning that he's considering vetoing this $1.3 trillion bill. And Mattis warned him that if he does not sign it, that it could potentially flatline the Defense Department. It could flatline our military. And we're in a very precarious situation on a world front as it is now. We have to have our military properly equipped, properly trained, with everything state of the art. So this is what they held over the president. They said, look, Mr. President, we've got $700 billion in here for the military is what you wanted. But, you know, if you turn this down, aside from you, Mr. President, being the sole one shutting down the government, you will be spitting on your troops because we're giving you $700 billion in national defense spending for fiscal year 2018, $700 billion for the military. So basically, sir, what it's going to look like, and I'm sure somebody told him this, what it's going to look like, President Trump, is that you shut down the government and that you don't properly want to equip the troops. Because that's what the bulk of this $1.3 trillion is all about. It's $700 billion of it is defense. $700 billion. So Donald Trump, that's why he made a somewhat of an impromptu speech delivery while signing it. You know, he didn't appreciate when he first came out this morning, he said he didn't appreciate getting a 2,200-page bill and not having, the ability to read all of it. He didn't get the $25 billion that he suggested that he needed for the border. But, you know, the president, all he could do was just tell the people that, look, this is your government. This is what they do. I asked for $25 billion for border security, and what do? They just give me $700 billion for the military and then put in billing and funding for sanctuary cities, immigrants, refugees, entitlements. And this is a Republican-dominated Congress, folks. This is a Republican-dominated Congress. And this should go to show you that this $1.3 trillion omnibus bill should show you that there is no Democrat or Republican at this point anymore. I mean, that's why Mitch McConnell and Chuck kicked the American people in the balls. Schumer were so happy about this stupid omnibus bill. That's why Paul Ryan was so grateful and so cheerful to highlight the fact that, yeah, we know it's $1.3 trillion, but $700 billion is going for the troops. And, you know, we have to fund our troops. You like the troops, right? You don't want the troops to not have the funding, do you? Do you? And that's what this is all about. That's why he was forced to sign this, folks. He was forced to sign it. Why? Because the assholes that you elect to represent you in the House and the Senate forced the president to do so. They put him in a politically precarious situation. As I stated, if the damn government was to shut down, take a look at the stock market now. It would have tanked the stock market even worse. I mean, the stock market's reacting to the tariffs. Just imagine if there was a government shutdown, and you know these assholes in Washington would make it a point to make sure the government was shut down for weeks just to prove a point to Trump. So that's why I'm saying, folks, every one of you that are criticizing the president for signing this thing, he was politically in a bad position to veto it. He would look, first of all, he doesn't look very good right now because the damn media is going after him from everything from Russia to freaking porn stars. All right? And then you add the fact that he himself vetoed a bill that shut down the government. I mean, there's no other way of looking at it in Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack's perspective. They're going to be like, well, why did you vote? Why did you veto it, Mr. President? Now the government's shut down. What are we going to do? And you know the mainstream media and the establishment, they were all going to spin it. They were going to throw it all on Trump's lap. You know it and I know it, and he can't afford it, folks. He can't afford it. It's Trump against the world. It's Trump against the goddamn world, for heaven's sake, man. And that's why we, as the Trump train, we need to go in every goddamn social media and try to repost articles. I mean, try to post microblogs. Try to post the truth, folks. Because the whole context of what the left is running on is a lie. You know it and I know it. You know that they can't give everybody free college. You know they can't give everybody free health care. You know they can't give everybody all these things. Just look at Europe. They tried to do it, and they can't. They can't do it anymore. So that's what they're trying to do here, and we cannot allow them to do it. Good God, man. He was forced. Donald Trump was forced to sign this omnibus bill because he has no support anymore. No blatant political support anymore from the people. The people have all fell asleep. They're watching their sports. They're playing their effing video games. They're watching their cartoons. Being politically active. Don't you understand? That's what makes this country free. Is the fact that this country is made for the people and by the people. This country is made for the people and by the people. But if the people fall asleep at the wheel, by God, if the people fall asleep at the wheel, you're witnessing the consequence of that. Our president was forced to sign this crap, and we have to come out, and we've got to hold these Washington, D.C. criminals, we got to hold their feet to the fire. And if you're just going to sit there and be silent, then you're a part of the goddamn problem. If you're just going to sit there and sit on your goddamn thumb, then you're a part of the problem of what we have as an epidemic of idiocy and pathetic loserdom. Anyway, we're running out of freaking time here, for Christ's sake, once again. But, I can't reiterate this anymore. We need each and every one of your help. We need you to meme. We need you to post on social media. We need you to make blogs. We need you to make videos. Each and every one of you, even if you think what you do is insignificant, believe me, it's significant. Any little thing helps. But if you're going to do nothing, then we are nothing. If you're not going to do nothing, we are nothing, man. Goddamn, fire up that spirit of 2016 again. Don't you remember it? Don't you remember? God damn it. Our president needs us, man, and I'm trying all I can. I'm trying all I can, for Christ's sake, man. I'm trying all I can, but I'm only one goddamn man. That's why it takes all of us, just like 2016, man. Wake up! Wake up! Jesus Christ, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is live and in the house. Spread that link around like wildfire, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And let everybody know that we're live, baby. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That'll still be the headline, regardless where we're broadcasting from. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, of course, if you want to get the 411 on where we're going to be broadcasting next, follow me on Gab. All right? It's the last bastion of freedom of speech and social media today. Follow me on Gab. You can type in your browser, gab.ai, and you can follow me on there under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And by the way, I am going to be chatting in the True Capitalist Radio chat room live tonight in the voice chat. If you want to come back and kick back with us, by all means, all you got to do is go to my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost, and hit the subscribe button, baby. Hit that subscribe button. And once you do, go ahead and private message me on Gab, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room and all that good stuff. Anyway, we're running out of time here. Let me go through some of the stuff that I was supposed to talk about today. Once again, we went over how the president was forced to sign the omnibus bill. It's freaking sad. Anyway, I do want to talk about how President has fired H.R. McMaster as the National Security Advisor. He has put in John Bolton, and I know there's a lot of people critical of John Bolton at this point, but as I stated, I think that John Bolton, the reason that he's criticized as a, quote, neocon is because, like most people in the bureaucratic hierarchy, in an attempt to move upward, tends to agree with whatever boss they happen to have at the time. And I think that a lot of the neocon sentiment that comes from John Bolton came from the fact that he had to kiss some George Bush Jr. ass just so that he could acquire the ambassador to the UN position. And lest we forget, I mean, once you're an ambassador in the UN, I mean, you can literally catapult yourself into the Senate, into the House, into a governor's seat. Bill Richardson is a good example of that. If y'all don't know who Bill Richardson was, he claims to be an he claimed that he was a Major League Baseball pitcher or something, and they found him in a lie. I mean, most of these liberals lie about their past because they have a bunch of disgusting, pathetic, useless lives. Like that asshole from Connecticut that lied about him being in Vietnam. He's one of the more vocal critics of Trump, for Christ's sake. This guy has the audacity to talk garbage about Trump, and he lied about being in Vietnam. Anyway, look, I like the fact that he put John Bolton in it as the National Security Advisor. John Bolton is an academic. He knows foreign policy. He knows international relations. He understands the history of the countries in which he is developing foreign policy. This man is somewhat of a war hawk, which I think we need at this point. It reinforces the madman theory behind Trump. That's what makes his foreign policy so effective, is the fact that he's so unpredictable. And a lot of America's enemies think that, man, you don't want to piss up Trump too much. He may drop the bomb over here. You know, I mean, he may drop the bomb. And why do you think you got Kim Jong-un wanting to talk to us, for Christ's sake? He was damn scared that we were going to drop the bomb, and I knew Kim Jong-un didn't want none of the United States when he didn't throw that missile towards Guam. Remember that? Remember he said, I'm going to test a missile, and I'm going to throw it at Guam, which we, the United States, have a base there. He didn't do it. All right? He didn't do it, and as a result, I knew there and then that North Korea didn't want none of the United States. As a matter of fact, most countries don't want none of the United States. The only time they will want some of the United States is if they form a coalition against the United States, which we're starting to see a little bit of that emerge. So that's why we need somebody like John Bolton who understands this and is able to manipulate the foreign powers against each other while we get off scot-free and basically kick back and capitalize like us Americans really do. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I like John Bolton. I think he's an academic. It's a far contrast from McMaster being a general. I think that we're going to see some methodical approaches to foreign policy. I absolutely do not believe that we're going to see any kind of neocon foreign policy from Donald Trump just because John Bolton is his national security advisor. I think if you've listened to John Bolton lately, he's usually a commentator on Fox News. He's brought in to discuss foreign policy. I mean, the guy's very articulate. He knows what he's talking about. I mean, this guy knows. And as I alluded to at the beginning of the show, this man knows, I would imagine he knows his position in history at this point. He could literally redefine and rewrite the book of foreign policy that was written by the scholars who held his position previous, such as Zbigniew Brzezinski, Henry Kissinger, etc. So that's why I think this is a good deal. I think John Bolton adds to the madman theory of Trump. I mean, he scares the bejesus out of liberals. I mean, you know, they think that John Bolton is a warmonger, etc. But this is the kind of thing we need. Like President Trump said, peace through strength. Peace through strength. So I like John Bolton being appointed. He's a hell of a lot better than H.R. McMaster, who was nothing more, with all due respect, aside from his service to our country. When it came to his bureaucratic work, he was a pure bootlicker, so long as he got himself a decent bureaucratic rise in the bureaucratic system. And, you know, the foreign policy, I mean, I don't think he really had much foreign policy, to be honest with you. Every time I heard McMaster talk, he was talking about potentially hitting North Korea when we really didn't need to. Now, did we? Anyway, let me move on here. Let me talk a little bit about the Austin bombings, folks. Now, I'm going to go through this very quick. Now, what I'm about to say, you know, is for entertainment and education purposes only. I'm not asking you to believe this. I'm just giving you my assessment, my opinion on what I believe based upon observational nuances and patterns that, you know, one can suspect if one analyzes the Austin bombings very thoroughly. Now, the suspect that was caught, Mark Anthony Condit, they attempted to apprehend him outside of a Red Roof Inn in North Austin, I believe. And as SWAT team moved in, he apparently blew himself up, injuring the SWAT, and that's the end of Mark Anthony Condit. Now, what I find rather bizarre is that if Mark Anthony Condit really wanted to have his grievance, which was displayed in this bombing, these habitual bombings, don't you think that he would have announced something a little bit more public than taping something on his own little cell phone so that the cops could get and conveniently find and say, oh, yeah, look, he admitted everything on the damn cell phone. He admitted everything, even though he doesn't know why he did it, but he admitted he did it, and he says he knows it's wrong, but he doesn't care, he did it. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense, folks. And as I alluded to in the beginning of the broadcast, Ramzi Youssef, the guy who was the mastermind of the 1993 World Trade Center bombings, this guy got busted in Indonesia because he was trying to make a bomb in his apartment with his partner. It blew up in their faces, literally, killed their partner. Ramzi Youssef had to run away because you can't just stick around after a bomb blew up, you know, waiting for authorities. You know, he ran off. And that's when the Indonesian authorities found all the evidence pointing to Ramzi Youssef being the culprit behind the 1993 World Trade Center bombings. Now, if a trained terrorist Yehudi like Ramzi Youssef can make a mistake and accidentally set off a bomb while building it in his apartment, I mean, this guy's a Yehudi. This guy, I mean, if y'all read the testimony of Ramzi Youssef, he went out. He trained in Afghanistan. He trained with bin Laden. He was inspired by the blind Sheikh Rahman. I mean, these guys were hard-ass, dedicated, devoted Yehudis. And these guys, they knew how to make bombs, and yet even hard-ass bomb-making terrorists like this make mistakes. And you're trying to tell me that some 24-year-old brat that no one has ever heard about, no one even knows, comes out of nowhere? You know, this kid was homeschooled. I mean, barely anybody knew who he was. You know, 24-year-old brat out here out of Pflugerville. You mean to tell me that this kid who doesn't have experience doing anything except going to community college, you mean to tell me that this kid knows how to make bombs in a sophisticated capacity that he could put it in a box or in a package and have it rigged to where when the package is open, it'll blow up in their faces? And let alone, I mean, this kid wasn't afraid that once the box was already set and the bomb was set, the transport of the bomb itself, the movement, the erratic movements in a car or just carrying the damn thing could potentially set off the bomb itself. That's what set off the bomb at the FedEx warehouse in Schertz, Texas. The fact that it went from one conveyor belt to the next and it blew up. I mean, you know, these bombs are very sensitive. They can't move around a lot. Movement is what initiates the ignition of the goddamn bomb itself. So with that being said, I mean, I don't believe that some 24-year-old looking up on Google how to make bombs did this sophisticated bombing attack that literally just, you know, had bombs in front of people's houses, trip wires, freaking, mailing crap in FedEx. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. And, you know, I'm starting to personally believe, this is my opinion, that the Austin bombings were actually a false flag in favor of Trump. A false flag in favor of Trump. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, folks, like I alluded to in the beginning of the show, the folks of this gentleman, Mark Anthony Condon, they were Diamond Amway distributors. Now, when you're a Diamond Amway distributor, you're really high up there. That means that you are very close to the people who created the damn company, the Davos family. Now, the Davos family, folks, you all know Betsy Davos. She is the Secretary of Education. Her brother is Eric Prince. Eric Prince is the man who founded Blackwater Private Security. And for you folks that don't know Blackwater, they were subcontracted for most of the Afghanistan-Iraq theater and were going out there kicking ass and taking names. Now, what I'm thinking, and this is my opinion that happened, this was a false flag operation by Blackwater Security. Now, why was this black operation created? To offset the narrative of the black operation false flag of Stoneman Douglas High School. I genuinely believe this, folks. I mean, you could just take a look at the fact that the mystery behind the Austin bombing is the same mystery behind what we saw in the Las Vegas mass shooting, which everybody's just kind of brushed under the table. Now, why would someone like Blackwater conduct a black operation of this capacity? Like I alluded to in the beginning of the show, political science is about maintaining the perception of the masses, because perception is reality to a geopolitical mass. And since the Stoneman Douglas false flag, which if you don't think it's a false flag at this point, you're an idiot, the culmination of that false flag is a psyoping of our children. Psyoping of our children, demanding that we relinquish the Second Amendment of our Constitution. And the reason they're doing this is so that they can persuade, through a guilt-type capacity, the adults of today's America in relinquishing their Second Amendment rights. And listen, folks, anyone who owns a gun is not a killer. Anyone who owns a gun is not an evil person. Our forefathers put the Second Amendment in the Constitution, in our Bill of Rights, not for hunting. It was in case of a tyrannical government, we had the right to remove that government and replace it with another. That's why we have the right to bear arms. And I think it was Thomas Jefferson that said, a government that does not fear its people is an oppressed people. A government that fears its people is a free people. And that's why we have the right to bear arms. And all these assholes that are trying to make the argument that the forefathers meant muskets don't know their ass from their elbow and have not read the Second Amendment of the Constitution. It's not for hunting, you idiots. It's to go against the tyrannical government. Why do you think the government always wants to take the guns away from us? Why? Only dictators want to take guns away so that they can dictate to you without any opposition. Mao Zedong, Hitler, Stalin, all these people went out and confiscated firearms within their populations, and look what happened to those people. So with that being said, the Stoneman Douglas High School false flag incepted the narrative into Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack's head that, oh my God, gun control, and guns are killing our children, and oh, look at the children, they want to be safe, and oh, a guilt trip in an attempt to have the masses voluntarily relinquish their Second Amendment rights. Now, what the Austin bombings did was remove that inception of, oh my God, my guns, and we got to get rid of guns, and guns are dangerous, and they're killing people, and to, oh my God, I'm afraid to open up that box that's right in front of my house that Amazon just delivered. I'm scared. Oh my God, you mean to tell me I can open up a box and kablooey? That right there got a lot of people out here in Texas a lot more scared than some idiot nutcase gunman going to a school and blowing people away. And you want to know why that is? Because everybody's getting things through the mail now. You see that? Everybody's getting things through the mail. Everybody's got an Amazon Prime. Everybody's ordering stuff online. Everybody's getting something delivered in a box. And when you have, according to the reports, a 24-year-old autistic brat who's just disenchanted with life and bored, decides, and this is the story they're giving us, okay, decides that, oh, I'm bored, and I don't know why I'm doing it. I guess it's the psychotropic drugs. I'm going to look up how to make bombs online. I'm going to make them and just kill random people because I'm bored and I don't like my life. I mean, this is the goddamn excuse they're giving us, and if you're going to believe that, then you're an idiot. You're a goddamn idiot. And let me tell you, since the Austin bombings, the whole idea of taking guns away and putting goddamn restrictions on AR-15s and all this crap, all that has been put on the back burner. All the legislation of heightening the age of buying a gun, all that has gone on the back burner. Why? Because the perception of people have gotten more afraid of a box being put on their doorstep and blowing up in their face than having their kid go to school and being blown away by some disenchanted freak. And that's what I'm telling you about perception. Perception is reality. And I believe that this particular Austin bombing false flag aided Trump. It aided Trump, and it also helped the fact that this edge that the false flag of Stoneman Douglas gave to the anti-gun movement has been nullified because of the Austin bombing false flag. It's all about perception, folks. All right? It's easier to stage these events than it actually is to pull them off. Because remember, perception is reality. You don't know what's real. All you do is look on a television. All you do is look on a video clip. All you do is read an article, and that's the truth. That's reality. That's your perception. There's no need to actually do these types of black operations when you can fake it. It's easier to fake it. It's easier to plan. It's easier to implement. Anyway, folks, once again, that is my little soliloquy about the Austin bombings, and I'm going to leave it at that because we're running out of time. Now, even though, these kids are still going to make the March on Washington this weekend, I think the amount of amplified fervor has been nullified because of these Austin bombings. And, I know they're trying to shove these stupid Stoneman Douglas brats in our faces, but I think that has also been nullified because of the oversaturation of these ugly, fruity little kids' faces. You've got that disgusting, ugly little bald bull dyke, and then the rest of the males that are involved in this stupid little anti-gun movement look like they were just shat out of the ass of Ricky Martin. I'm not joking. So I think people are starting to read through this, and they're starting to see, we shouldn't take these kids serious. And by the way, before I move on, these kids were on Time Magazine's cover this month. Time Magazine. Now, what's worse, folks? Let me just pose this to you. Let me just ask you this question. What's worse? Going and shooting people because, you're a nutcase and, for whatever reason you feel like you got to go and hurt a few people, whatever. And, you kill people, you get taken to justice, you're going to be put on trial, you're going to get the death penalty, etc. Or a group of kids taking the blood of the people that got shot at their school and rubbing it on themselves and then hopping on their dead bodies so that they can get on some kind of a virtue signaling soapbox. What's worse? I don't get it. Seriously, what is worse? That's what these kids are doing. They're standing on the dead bodies of their dead classmates so that they can get this fame. And is this really the type of fame that you want? Is standing on the dead bodies of your fellow peers so you can act like you're some virtuous piece of crap? Seriously, what's worse, man? Anyway, I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about this national walkout, which is, in conjunction with this March on Washington. I guess I don't know what it is. But y'all remember we had a walkout, kids walking out of school, out of class. It was this past March 23rd, I believe. No, actually, it was earlier this week. It was last Wednesday, whatever the hell the date was on that. Last Wednesday, they decided to walk out, and they're scheduling another walkout for, guess what, 4/20. 4/20 is what they're doing. Now, there's a website, folks. It's called nationalwalkout.us. Nationalschoolwalkout.us is the site. Once again, nationalschoolwalkout.us. All one word, no dashes. Nationalschoolwalkout.us. Now, when we looked up this person, because if you happen to register a .us domain name, you've got to put your exact information on that domain name by law, okay? So we used that to our advantage, so we wanted to know who the hell was behind this nationalschoolwalkout.us website, and we found that it was registered under the name Christopher Jensen out of Washington State. So when we looked up this Christopher Jensen, we found that he had an email connected to a website called portalofevil.com. Now, Portal of Evil is no longer around. It was live from 1998 to about 2013, and we were able to find the archive of that particular website that this person ran. And it was, folks, and I kid you not, you can go to my Gab account right now and scroll down. It was a tentacle rape and vampire cartoon porn website is what Portal of Evil was. Now, this Christopher Jensen, age 41 years old, He claims to be an artist, writer, cartoonist, game developer. Kind of sounds like he's autist right now, doesn't it? Anyway, we looked more and more into this Christopher Jensen and this portal of evil. And, folks, this has got to be one of the most disgusting, despicable, ridiculous sights on the planet. Aside from him being an open, disgusting, sick, twisted, tentacle porn-loving, vampire rape-loving pervert, he boasts about how he was one of the original trolls on the internet. He's one of the original trolls on the internet. He actually had an article written about, or he wrote an article in 2015, December 16th, called How I Paid My Rent by Publishing the Most Disgusting Things on the Internet. Okay? This is who this guy is, who's behind the National School Walkout.us website. Okay? Now, let me just read to you that this idiot, he is proud of the fact that he was one of the contributing trolls that distributed the disgusting 2 girls and 1 cup little video. Y'all remember that, huh? Y'all remember that, right? 2 girls, 1 cup. He's proud of this crap. Here, let me go ahead and post one of these. This is the article that he wrote about himself, okay? This is the article that he wrote about himself, okay? Here, before I do that, let me go ahead and just, there's the article, right there. How I Paid My Rent by Publishing the Most Disgusting Things on the Internet. He brags about how he would send people 2 girls and 1 cup, and how he would send the most disgusting and repulsive garbage on the Internet. And you can see in this damn article he writes for himself, he sent 2 girls and 1 cup to teenagers, to people under the age of 18 years old, to children. Look, it's right there. Look! Look! This is the man behind the National School Walkout.us website. Now, what I'd like for everybody to do, folks, since we're running out of time here, okay, I've got this idiot's Twitter account, and I'm going to give a shout-out to everybody that's this son of a bitch and tells him what type of a sick, twisted pervert he is, and how he should have nothing to do with children since he likes tentacle rape, vampire, pornographic, cartoon, horse garbage, all right? All right, I'm going to give people a shout-out that tell this guy that you should not be a part of the National School Walkout website. All right, here it is. There is his goddamn Twitter. There is his Twitter right here. His Twitter name is KTHOR Jensen. K Thor Jensen, all one word. K Thor Jensen. This is the leftist asshole who is a sick, twisted bastard who is behind the National School Walkout.us website. This is what's controlling your children. This is what's influencing your children to walk out. Wake up! Wake the hell up! This is the kind of leftist crap, the leftist, rapist-loving, pedophile, atheistic, satanic crap that they're promoting. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and see if anybody is tweeting, because I don't have a Twitter. I'm just going to be seeing if anybody's tweeting at this son of a bitch. And whoever tweets at this son of a bitch, I will give you a shout-out right here, right now. All right? Everybody tweet at this son of a bitch right here. Once again, his Twitter name is K Thor Jensen. That's KTHORJENSEN. All right? And tell him that we know, the capitalist army knows, that he's behind the National School Walkout.us website, and that he's a sick, tentacle porn-loving, pervert! You're a tentacle-loving pervert! Insane energy, what's going on? We've got Chicago for Ghosts. Where the hell you been? He's in the house. Once again, everybody who tweets at this son of a bitch, I'm giving them a shout-out. And tell them the capitalist army knows that he's behind nationalschoolwalkout.us. Do it, man! You're goddamn right! Thank you to the God of Rage. Novelty is best. All right? Thank you, Todd Blower. I'm telling you, get this son of a bitch scared. Get this son of a bitch scared. He's out here. He's promoting tentacle rape porn, and vampire cartoon porn, and he's out here trying to organize your children to walk out. Why is he advertising your children to walk out? Is he going to go by there? What's going on, Finchy Bird? What's going on, Stagio? What's going on, Supa? Twilly Atkins? Good God! I'm telling you, get this stupid libtard scared. We know he's a pervert. And what is he doing organizing children? He's a 41-year-old pervert. What is he doing organizing children, folks? What is he doing? What is he doing? Why? Why is he doing it? What's going on to Matt in the Hat? What's going on to Night Prowler? What's going on to Blasphemous Bastard? I'm telling you, this son of a bitch, he's going to be scared shitless. He knows that we know. He knows that we know. As a matter of fact, I've got a number for this son of a bitch. Let me give him a call right now. Why the hell not? Why not? Why the hell not? Let's just give him a goddamn call. And just ask him a few questions on why exactly he is trying to lead a student walkout of children that he should have nothing to do with, for Christ's sake. All right, let's call this guy really fast and see if he picks up.
The number you dialed is not in service.
Of course it isn't. Of course. Get out of here. Get out! Of course it isn't. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another number for this guy. We're going to get this guy on the horn. Let me see. People are tweeting at him still. What do we got here? What's up? What's up, Prince? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Deadpan Aaron, whatever the hell that is. BTR Ghost Busted. Shut up, you idiot. All right, what's going on with Daniel Jones? What's going on with Ron the Living Stone? What's going on to Senshi? Let me see if I can find, something else with this guy. Don't worry about it. We're going to try to get him on the horn here, all right? We're going to try to get him on the horn. Hold on just 1 second, all right? You got to give me some time. Yeah, you're working on an engineer? All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this guy on the horn here. Let's see if we can get him, man. Let's see. I'm going to try to see if I can get another number. I think I got another number here. Let's go ahead and get it. All right, we're going to go and get it. Here we go, baby. One mo again. Let's see if we can get this guy on the horn here. I got another number for him, so let's go ahead and do this. This guy's organizing the National School Walkout, and we want to know why. You're a 41-year-old tentacle rape porn loving idiot. Why are you doing this, you freak? All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get somebody on this line here. Go ahead and call him, engineer. What the hell? What are you just going to hang? What the hell is that about? was that about? What's going on? We're gonna take a couple more shout-outs. What's up, Saucy Boy? What up, David Maxey? What up, Tesla? What up, Young Me Song? Whatever the hell that means. Ethnically Cleansing. What's up, Pickles? What's up, Cash Money? No, I'm not a conqueror. Whatever the hell that means. Action Capitalist. Black Drop Enthusiast. The Texas Tripwire. Shut up, you son of a bitch! All right, we're going to try one more time, and we're going to see if we can get this guy on the horn real fast. See if we got another number for him. Oh, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, that's it. That's the only that's the number I got for this son of a bitch, and he's a little scared. I'll try one more again. And if not, we're going to Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake. All right. What do we have here? Yeah, same number. I'm gonna try one more again. It's the same damn number. No, they're not answering. They're scared now. They're scared. The guy's probably getting those tweets. He's like, what's going on here? Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God, please, no. Oh, no. Anyway, folks, make sure to give that idiot hell because this moron is trying to organize your children for whatever reason through the website nationalschoolwalkout.us. And I don't know if this guy is a sick, twisted troll or he's trying to get your children out of school so he can go pick them up. I don't know. It's my opinion. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. All right? But I sure as hell don't like this asshole being a part of this sick portal of evil. And look, by the way, for those folks, here is a wiki interview in which he talks about how sick and twisted his little website is, all right? All right, take a look at this. Here's his little Wikipedia interview talking about his sick, twisted website, Portal of Evil. There it is right there, folks, all right? I mean, this is a sick puppy, and he needs to be stopped, and he needs to be exposed, all right? This guy's a sick, twisted bastard, and he needs to be exposed as the liberal piece of disgusting crap that he is. What's going on to everybody out there who's still tweeting at him? What's up, pisting it away? What's going on to So Sawyer? What's going on to Chris Hyde? What's going on to Captain Business? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, baby? What's going on? Anyway, now that we got all that out of the way, I do want to remind everybody, and then I'm going to move on. We don't have enough time to talk about the African Union and Germany selling freaking weapons, chemical weapon technology to Iran, which is a slap in the face to America. But I wanted to reiterate, didn't I tell you folks that the UK was complicit with the DOJ, with the FBI in comprising this damn Russian dossier? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say that, boy? Didn't I say that? I told you. Well, our good friend Julian Assange came out today and reiterated what I had been saying, baby. I mean, doesn't it feel like 2016 again? I told you, baby. I told you. Woo! Yes. Oh, that's so beautiful. I told you. I told all of you, boy. I told you that the UK was behind this Russian dossier. For Christ's sake, Christopher Steele comprised it. He is MI6. His specialty was Russia. The 2 Russian ex-spies that got hit up with nerve agents in the UK, I know for a fact one of them was connected to the Russian dossier. So I'm glad Julian Assange is coming out. And from what I understand, folks, he's going to be dropping some stuff here in the coming weeks. It may be even sooner than that. But we're going to bring back, baby, the digital war. We're going to bring back a full-fledged digital war, baby, because that's the only way we can keep these sick, twisted authorities honest, at least to a certain extent. So that's why the UK is so quick to condemn Russia. And look, I hate Russia. I hate the freaking Ruskies. But I can tell you from my own research that the Ruskies had nothing to do with killing these 2 ex-spies. Had nothing to do. I mean, like I said, the UK is literally the definition of a police state. There are cameras in every corner that's monitoring everybody's activity. You can't even go into the country unless the country knows who you are. I mean, I've been saying this for the past week and a half. You had 2 conservative e-celebs, this Laura Southern and this Betty Pettibone, or whatever the hell her name is. They were detained in the UK trying to go into the UK. Now, why were they being detained? Because they are on the right wing of the political spectrum, and that's what kind of a totalitarian police state that the UK has. And you mean to tell me they've got all this police state, they've got all these layers of security, and yet somehow, according to them, a Russian agent or agents came into the country, found out where these these ex-Russian spies were living in the UK, were able to smuggle in a nerve agent into the UK, were able to deliver that nerve agent into the UK. I mean, give me a break. I'm glad Julian Assange came out and said this because he's privy to the same information I am, and it is blatant as it is day that the goddamn UK was all over this Russian dossier. And the reason that they killed these 2 Russian spies is because they sure as hell did not want to have these Russians say anything to anybody about implicating any goddamn any MI6, any kind of UK connection, anything. Oh yeah, and by the way, let me go ahead and repost this. Thank you, Capitalist Visor. Here is his Facebook, folks. I just re-gabbed his Facebook. Check out my gab. Look at my gab. K. Thor Jensen's Facebook. All right. And whoever the hell Young Me Song is, whoever the hell this is, that person is selling out everybody. Like, hey, if you're one of the organizers of Walkout, Ghost is a right-wing online radio show from True Capitalist Radio. He's trying to sick his followers on you on Twitter. Don't pay attention to these guys. They're harmless trolls. They just wanted to shout out. You know, whoever you are, I hope that you die of cancer of the prick. All right? I'm not even joking. I mean, you are the reason why our country is being flushed down the toilet. And look, you're a cartoon-loving piece of waste of life. So you're probably shoveling food down your gullet that's probably killing you slow anyway. So keep doing it. As a matter of fact, double down on it, you fat piece of garbage. All right? Now, with that being said, I am done. I am done with this broadcast. Once again, folks, I may do 1 or 2 more shows on Blog Talk Radio, but we are going to be moving away from Blog Talk Radio. Okay, we are going to go to another platform. Even if I have to host it myself, I will do so. All you got to do is follow me on Gab, folks, all right? Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And at the same time, if I'm going to host the show myself, I'm going to be hosting it on my website, ghost.report. That's the website. Type it in your browser, ghost.report. I'll be hosting it on there. And don't worry, it should be better quality. From what I understand, I hear Blog Talk Radio gives everybody a hard time when anybody tries to when anybody tries to goddamn listen to the broadcast. So that's going to come to an end. We're going to have a lot more. We're going to have a lot more, better quality. Let's put it that way. A lot more and better quality. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to some Baller Friday Radio Graffiti. Now, folks, even if I do host the broadcast myself, we're still going to have Radio Graffiti. I'm going to patch in a conference call where there'll still be a bunch of people calling in. I'll call on them. I'll patch them into the damn broadcast. It's not that big of a deal. All right, everything's going to remain the same, but we shall see. I think we may have a couple of more shows on Blog Talk Radio so everybody can get that I am fully transitioning from Blog Talk Radio to another format. And I hate using the word transitioning, by the way. Anyway, do we got any Radio Graffiti callers to be had, engineer? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to some Radio Graffiti callers right now. All right, anonymous Radio Graffiti. Twilly Atkins Radio Graffiti. And, of course, if you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room right now, subscribe, baby, and let me tell you something, it's a blast.
Oh, great, you went for a run. It's too bad you didn't drop dead.
Everybody that's in there loves being in there. We're doing all kinds of little shenanigans.
Either shut up with this idiot or I kick him out. I don't give a shit what he does. I don't give a fuck if he's a member or not. Fuck him.
I mean, it's beautiful. Come in with us, baby. Come and hang out with us.
And let me tell you something. I hope your fucking mother died of fucking uterine cancer and died a horrible death for producing a fucking wasted piece of shit.
Hey, look, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. First of all, Tweely, shut the fuck up, all right? First and foremost, all right? Let me tell you something. Nobody understands the context of what was going on right there, all right? No one understands the context. Somebody was in here trying to act a fool, trying to leak people's information out, and we had to handle them, all right? We had to handle them and knock them off the internets. And that's probably Twilly Atkins' little butt buddy, because these are the types of people we've had to shoo away. A bunch of stupid, autistic man-children who are 28, 29, 30 years old, still living with their fathers or mothers, and thinking that all their energy and effort should be used into listening and watching My Little Pony, My Little Pony, My Little Pony. So I'm not going to apologize talking to wastes of life like they're wastes of life. I'm not going to apologize for that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to apologize for that. Actually, I'm proud of that. And you know what, Twilly? I know you're a goddamn trans-testicle piece of garbage. Why don't you just go piss off? No one gives a crap. Not even your own Brody community can stand you. They talk about you every goddamn time. They're like, look, I mean, I think this is a tranny. All right? I mean, this is a fucking ugly tranny here. So go away, you stupid milky liquor. How about anonymous Radio Graffiti? Oh, great. Helen Keller, deaf mute. 516 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, if you're moving from Blog Talk Radio, what's going to happen to the archive?
It'll probably stay up for a while. 513 Radio Graffiti. Danny J. Radio Graffiti. Wait a minute, what the hell's that? Goddamn panda! Shut that up. What the hell was that? What the hell was that, for Christ's sake, man? 732 Radio Graffiti. Liquid Schwartz Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. See, you got me cursing. You people have got me cursing. Excuse my French. I'm sorry.
Fucking balls, faggot. Fucking, for fuck's sake. Fucking dumb cunt, you fucking fruit bowl of AIDS-infected pothole. Fucking bullshit. Fucking single. Hey,
Liquid Schwartz. I know about you, you 30-year-old piece of crap. All right? You shouldn't even be hanging around any of these bronies. Somebody should be reporting you for being a Woody Allen butt-loving pedophile, all right? I know exactly who you are, Liquid Schwartz, you stupid fruit bowl, and I hope somebody bludgeons you to death for being the freak show Woody Allen butt-loving pedophile you are. 352 Radio Graffiti.
So why don't you shove your goddamn chopsticks up your ass, China? And you know what? Force you, Mr. Fortune Cookie, in your goddamn rebuttal. All right? You want to war? Bring it on! Bring it on! War! We're not afraid. You want to war? We'll take you to war!
Look, man, don't turn me into satanic ghosts, especially when I am threatening China. And let me tell you, I mean, we're not afraid, all right? I mean, I am a war hawk because I think we need a draft. I think we need a hardcore war to toughen up these generations, for Christ's sake. So, look, let me tell you something. Anybody, all right, anybody who wants to bring it on, all right? Bring it on. War! Bring it on, boy. Bring it on. Who else do we got? 352 Radio Graffiti.
Why don't you shove your goddamn chopsticks up your ass, China? And you know what? Fuck you, Mr. Fortune Cookie, and your goddamn rebuttal. Alright? You want to war? Bring it on! Bring it on! War! We're not afraid, we're Americans! You want to war? We'll fight you too! War!
God damn it, stop making me sound like a cartoon! Stop making me sound like a cartoon with that freaking monkey music in the background, boy! Don't just stop that crap! Stop it now! Stop it! Just stop! Good God! Give me the mic! Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, man. Here we go, man. Here we go. 256 Radio Graffiti. Start with 727 sperm party right now. Oh, this is the big one, baby. This is the big one right here. I know it is, baby. This is the big one right here, baby. 727 and sperm. Woo! Strikes again. Oh, my God. Man, wasn't that the kid who had Grandpa AIDS? Y'all remember that? He had Grandpa AIDS, for Christ's sake? Man, you guys are sick, man. 352 Radio Graffiti. Samsung. Radio Graffiti. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead. PM engineer right now. What the hell is that supposed to mean, you sick, perverted bastard? What the hell is that supposed to mean? 832 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, shut that stupid, dumb commie crap up, you stupid fruit bowl. All right? This is America. America. Do you understand me? America. 443 Radio Graffiti.
Stagio Radio Graffiti. In my opinion, I think it could be a Jehudi or it could be a military-trained black Muslim.
What the hell? It wasn't a white kid, you stupid idiot. Did that kid look white to you, or are you just going to believe everything that CNN tells you, you stupid imbecile? Jesus Christ, I hope you get repeatedly beaten the nuts with an Acme brick, you stupid, uneducated prick. 618 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys, what's up? It's Fish.
Hey, what up, man?
Hey, I just want to come out in defense of the guy that was leaking information twiddly. I mean, he was a 30-year-old guy living in his parents' basement. I mean, he didn't work in 6 months, and he was also occasionally washing dishes for his dad. I mean, doesn't that deserve a modicum of respect?
Oh, man. Hey, Fish, he was there. You know, he's in the TCR chat. We're talking about some brony, all right? And obviously he's a Mexican out of California, all right? I think his dad is, you know, mowing lawns or something. Poor bastard, probably 70 years old, still having to work freaking, you know, blue collar out here, all right? And he's got this retarded son that I don't know why he bought a membership into the goddamn True Capitalist Radio chat room, because all he wanted to do was just troll. And we finally got it out of him, that he was 30 years old, and that, you know, he's living with his dad now, and that prior to living with his dad, he was living with his sister, and his sister got tired of him and kicked him out, so now he's with his dad. And we were telling him, hey, are you going to do anything with yourself? I mean, are you going to do anything? And you know what this dumb, autistic 30-year-old bastard said? Well, I don't just mooch off my dad. I wash dishes. You know, I clean up. I do the chores. I don't just live here for free. 30-year-old man using a My Little Pony as his fucking avatar. You know, I want to be honest with you. You know what, man? You bronies, you know, ban all bronies. I hate to say it, man. Ban all bronies. Castrate bronies. Ban all bronies. Castrate bronies. Fuck bronies. All right? Beatings for bronies. Beatings for bronies. Ban all bronies. I mean, because to be honest with you, man, every brony has been a sick, demented, butt-loving pedophile bastard who is literally, I mean, look, there's, like I said, there's exceptions to the rule, but you cannot define an exception as the whole majority. You cannot do it. So seriously, you bronies are fucking disgusting. You're idiots, and you know that's why you hang around a stupid, incompetent, half a tranny moron like Twilly Atkins, for Christ's sake. Good God, who else do we have here? 713 Radio Graffiti.
We got a pet Mexican, Radio Graffiti. Vinegar's pick caught in. Man, listen. Look, I know it's real funny, you stupid assholes. Listen to me, man. Why do you all make me say this racist crap? I'm not racist, you sons of bitches! Who else do we have here? We got, again, spell that word backwards, whatever the hell that means. I don't know what the hell it spells, you moron. N-I-G-G-A. N-I-G-G-A. Money, God. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh, my God. Stop fucking lying.
Hey, pet Mexican, shut your ass up, and why don't you go sell tamales at a Metallica concert, you stupid rubber tortilla chewing, stupid burrito eating idiot. Go tell Speedy Gonzalez to go right up your ass so you can get a goddamn colon tickling, you fucking faggot. 319 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, great, a Helen Keller death mute. What a waste of life. Why don't you go drink some bleach, you stupid milky liquor? All right, who else do we got here? How about 618 Radio Graffiti? All right, another Helen Keller death mute. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? What is this, Helen Keller death mute central, for Christ's sake? Come on! Anonymous Radio Graffiti! Night Prowler. What the hell is going on? You stupid moron. 352 Radio Graffiti. We got pylons. Radio Graffiti.
It will be legal in Texas to shoot beaners, which sounds fun to me.
Ay, ay, ay. Shut your stupid, stinking, smelly beaner hole.
All right. Real funny, you changing table licking, adult theater cleaning piece of garbage, all right? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Hey, shut that crap up, man. Good God. 973 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's going on?
What's up?
Yeah, I know you were talking earlier about the.
All right, man. We're almost done. Look, hey, we're done. We're out of time. All right, and look, we're off the air now. What a horrible ending to a Baller Friday. You know that? What a horrible goddamn ending to a Baller Friday. You know, I'm sitting over here. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of goddamn leeway, trying to say, hey, come on. Radio graffiti, and this is the kind of crap I get, man. What happened? Look, I'm not ending on that. I'm only going to do a couple of more, all right? Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. My name is, what's his name? My name is Teutonic Plague, and I'm a stupid fruit bowl. I'm an autistic prick that lives in a po little house. I live with my grandparents, and I think I go to school, but I don't do nothing but play games because I'm a fucking fool. My name is Teutonic Plague, and I talk a bunch of garbage because I'm an autistic freak, and I take it in the ass. Yeah, y'all. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? 415, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I just want to say I'm one of your success stories. I bought a lot of quantum early. I've been trading, and it's been really interesting, you know. So
hey, well, cheers. I'm glad you did. I'm glad somebody out there is listening and making some cash out here and not being a freaking troll butt monkey, for Christ's sake, man. Cheers to you out there. Happy Baller Friday. Who do we got here? We got 647 Radio Graffiti.
My name is, what's his name? My name is Teutonic Plague, and I'm a stupid fruit bowl. I'm an autistic prick that lives in a po little house. I live with my grandparents, and I think I go to school, but I don't do nothing but play games because I'm a fucking fool. My name is Teutonic Plague, and I talk a bunch of garbage because I'm an autistic freak, and I take it in the ass. Yeah, y'all.
Oh, my God. God damn it. I just freaking said that! God damn it, I just freaking said that, for Christ's sake, man! I just freaking said that! Oh, God, you know what? I'm over, man. That's over. That's it. I'm done with this Baller Friday. I'm goddamn done. Give me the mic. Look, I know I said this might be the last show. I mean, Blog Talk Radio just kind of threw this on me, man. So I may do a show on Monday and Wednesday, possibly Friday. I'm not too sure yet. Possibly Friday. But we're going to have to put an end to Blog Talk Radio, man. They got bought out by Spreaker. Spreaker ain't going to be monetizing anybody. And we can't do that, baby. Let me tell you, you type in Blog Talk Radio into Google, and the first search that'll pop up is Blog Talk Radio Ghost. And, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Like I said, I will come back probably Monday. Blog Talk Radio. I don't want to disrupt anything. I don't want to disrupt, how everybody knows the show, how everybody knows, where the show is, etc. But just be on the top of your mind that we are going to go elsewhere to broadcast our live broadcast outside of the Blog Talk Radio network. We are going to go outside the Blog Talk Radio network. With that being said, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Whether it's live or in the archive, I do want to say that I appreciate you all for listening. And for you all that are out there that listen, you ain't seen nothing yet. When we go away from Blog Talk Radio, this will give me a little bit of leverage to say a little bit more things off the cuff, be a little bit more loose verbally, instead of having to be confined to a certain ramifications because of this, because of advertisers, because of that. So this is going to be a great transition, okay? It's going to be a great transition. It's actually probably going to expand the listener base, because I think that the reason that I don't have the listener base I should is because of the inconsistency of Blog Talk Radio stream. But because they were paying me on a monthly basis, I was willing to overlook all that. And I was willing to, kind of stay with Blog Talk Radio, even though, their technology is, meh. either way, I'm glad I did the 10 years here. And I'm glad that there's a lot of people who listen to the broadcast and appreciate the broadcast, grew up with the broadcast. And that's why I really appreciate you listening, whether you like me, whether you hate me, just as long as you're listening, baby. And let me tell you, we're going to continue on, and I hope that you continue listening. Anyway, happy Baller Friday to everybody who is listening to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Happy Baller Friday to the Capitalist Army. Happy Baller Friday to the Inner Circle. Right now, folks, I am going into, well, I'm going to take about a 10 or 15-minute break, but I am going into the True Capitalist Radio chat room. You can hang out in there with me if you want. If you want to chat with me, I'm going to be in there for a little bit. All you got to do is go to my Gab account right now, gab.ai. All right, gab.ai, and go there under the name Politics Ghost and hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do, give me a private message on Gab. I will give you a personal invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. All right? Once again, Politics Ghost, and once again, you'll be supporting the broadcast. You'll be chatting with Ghost. You'll be chatting with some of these trolls out here. I think Tub Guy's in there. You know, everybody's in there, man. Everybody's in there. So come on down. Go to Politics Ghost. Hit the subscribe button, baby. Hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist right, and death to feminism, death to socialism, and death to communism. I'm out of here.